sports leadership and marketing, along with sports management and exercise science. High school students, now is the time to start planning your
Stone, Hometown Hangout, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, State Farm Agent, Carter, Harrow, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools. And now, Hometown Hangout presents the Locker Room Show on K105.
279 teams began this journey. Today, only 4 remain. For the Grayson County Cougars, this is uncharted territory, a place they've never been until now. A season built on belief has carried them to the biggest stage in Kentucky basketball, Rupp Arena, where the lights shine the brightest and every moment lasts forever. Across the floor stands Saint Xavier, the #1 team in the state, the favorite. But favorites don't win games, players do. Now, with a trip to the state championship on the line, the margin is razor thin. Every possession, every stop, every shot. For the Cougars, this isn't just another game. It's a chance to take the final step and play for it all. They didn't come this far to stop now. The KHSAA Sweet 16 Final Four begins right now. And a good morning and welcome courtside once more here at Rupp Arena for this morning's coverage of Cougar basketball on K105. I'm Sam Gormley. He's Stephen Smith. And Stephen, only 4 teams are playing high school basketball right now in the state of Kentucky, and the Grayson County Cougars are one of them.
Man, there's so many things that we could say about this team and really about this tournament, but, man, I'm almost speechless, Sam. You look over to our right and you see the orange has been trickling in, and now it's kind of pouring in. Guys that just went back to the locker room, and it's just really surreal to be thinking what you just said. There's 4 teams playing in the state today, and Grayson County just happens to be one of them.
And you're running into a really good team in Saint Xavier, who is the favorite probably entering this tournament. It was them and Cub Cath who played in the first round. And when you started off the year, they were the preseason #1 team. Now they've come in with a 27-7 record. Yesterday, that was yesterday, right, against North Laurel. My days are all running. I don't even know what day it is. It's all running together right now. They won by 2 against North Laurel, and it was a game that North Laurel almost won. North
Laurel had a shot really in the last fleeting moments of the game, and just unfortunately for the kid, it didn't go in, but really he was able to get to the rim, and I think their coach would have been pleased with that opportunity that they had. It didn't go in, but it definitely made St. X look vulnerable. And hopefully our guys can come out and do a lot of the same things today. I don't know how much tape the coaches were able to watch last night, but no doubt they've been studying tirelessly since the horn sounded yesterday, and they're going to know some tendencies and know some sets, and at this point it's just playing basketball.
Coming up in our Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach, Travis Johnston, and give you Stevens' strategies. So that comes up and more as this is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Midway Pharmacy might not have the best selection of fashion accessories, and that's because they're much more interested in your health and less interested in whether or not you're stylish. At Midway Pharmacy, you're getting more than a pharmacy. You're getting a pharmacist who's committed to working with you on all things health-related. Rely upon the full team of pharmacists at Midway Pharmacy. Experience what matters the most when you visit any county-wide location of Midway Pharmacy.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
First time in school history, the Grayson County Cougars are playing in the Final Four here on Saturday. They're playing a really good team, the Saint Xavier Tigers, who entered the record of 27-7. They got here with a win against Covington Catholic on Wednesday, and then yesterday defeated North Laurel by 2 points, 46-44. The players you'll need to know for this team, Jeremiah Jackson is their leading scorer. He is the Southern Illinois signee. He averages about 16 points, 6.6 rebounds per game. And then Josh Lindsay, it's a name if you followed high school basketball, yeah, you've probably heard that name. He's an outstanding player. 14.3 points, 3.8 rebounds a contest. He is a guy that you are going to be seeing, maybe not at Kentucky, but he will be playing at one of those high-level schools in a couple of seasons. Chief Cameron, 0. He averages 10 points and 5 rebounds. Connor Klein, he's their shooter, the coach's son. 10.6 points, 3.3 rebounds per game. Steven, the biggest thing with this is that this is a really, really good team. But, you know, as we said, you're in the Final Four. So you're not playing the Sam, Steven, and the K105 crew anymore.
Well, let's talk about, Sam, the last 4 teams that we played. You had Jonathan Moss, you had Hayden Schaus, you had Connor Stone, and you had Brady Orem. Any of those 4 guys in their respective years would probably be considered a Mr. Basketball candidate. So today, you're going to have another one. So far, Sam, we've been able to put to sleep the other 4, and let's just hope that we'll be able to do the same thing today against Lindsay and his crew.
Grayson County. It wasn't the prettiest thing in the world yesterday, but all that matters is they got the dub. We'll take a break, talk to them, introduce you to them after this, as this is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
It's peace of mind when life takes an unexpected turn. It's knowing someone's got your back, whether you're on the road or at home. It's the assurance that your family's future is protected, no matter what. It's the personalized service from someone who truly cares about your needs. It's the unmatched reliability of State Farm. Meet Carter Harrell, your State Farm agent in Litchfield. You're going to like how he's always there for you. Visit State Farm agent Carter Harrell today.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. Board certified in internal and geriatric medicine, he's dedicated to managing chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
Remember when your friend used to say,
Let's just wing it.
Then you tried planning a trip alone, and when you got lost, your friend said,
Told you we should have called an expert.
So you decided to try again, but with a pro. Now your friend is off on an unplanned adventure. Don't wing your dream vacation. Contact the certified experts at Your Global Getaway.
Visit yourglobalgetaway.com. When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Come back to Rupp Arena. It's the state Final Four here as Grayson County is taking on the Saint Xavier Tigers. Grayson County into the record of 27-6. That is a program record for wins in a single season. Stephen, yesterday against Great Crossing, it was not the prettiest thing in the entire world. Cougars, though, shot 43.2% from the field, but from 3, 5 of 18, 28%. It's going to be this simple, Stephen. If they go 5 of 18 from 3 today, you're more than likely not winning this game.
Yeah, it hasn't been the best shooting performance on the outside in really either of the two games. So that's the thing today that we really need to improve on. We saw.
You know what that means?
We're due. We've seen a couple flashes of it. I know the one when Jack Logston got it up at the top. When you let Jagger Marta step into one, Brody really all five of the guys when they're able to step into one. And then Chase Monarch hitting the huge one down in the corner there in the fourth quarter. So we know that everybody that steps on the floor can shoot it. And now you've got a couple games under your belt, and you're getting used to the background and the arena atmosphere. So hopefully today, like you said, they're due. So I'm expecting better shooting today from the guys in blue.
It was the third lowest three-point percentage in a single game this year, and their lowest, you'd have to go all the way back to December the 20th, the last time that Grayson County shot the three-point shot as poorly as they did yesterday. And the hope is, hey, you're now due to potentially not have that again, because you're going to have to come out here and probably hit double-digit threes to have a chance against a really, really good Saint X team.
Yeah, you got to bring your A game today, and I think everybody knows that, and everybody understands that. And it's kind of like the old Mike Tyson quote: "Everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the face." And you know that Saint X is going to be coming in on a high as well. The only thing I'm hoping that maybe they think they're already looking for tonight's game. They already think they've got this one won, and maybe we can sneak in here and surprise the state.
Grayson County gets to play today with nothing to lose. They're the underdog, and a team that plays with nothing to lose is one dangerous team. The head coach of the Cougars is Travis Johnston. We'll take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? Ah! And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. Ah! And they're there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Call Duda Hudson State Farm in Litchfield, 270-287-0287.
Ever struggle to find a place where everyone can have a good time? Whether it's guys' night out, girls' night out, or the whole family, Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill has you covered. Celebrate with the team after the game. Enjoy live music or enjoy the cornhole tournament. The arcade games keep the kids entertained while you enjoy happy hour discounts on drinks and appetizers. With a full menu of the longer favorites, there's something for everyone. Find Hometown Hangout on Lest Might Oak in Litchfield.
Because your health matters.
Midway Pharmacy doesn't have the largest selection of perfume, and that's likely because they spend more time making sure you're healthy and less time making sure you smell pretty. At Midway Pharmacy, you're getting more than a pharmacy. You're getting a pharmacist who's committed to working with you on all things health-related.
Because your health matters.
Experience what matters the most when you visit any county-wide location of Midway Pharmacy.
Living on the lake is a luxury. Lake homeowners have been supplementing their properties with the best quality rock, stone, and asphalt products from Scotty's Contracting and Stone for years. Scotty's Quarry has been serving our lake customers with cleaner, underground mined, pure limestone for driveways, landscaping, and construction projects. Our crushed stone products can also be used to assist in erosion control near waterways. If you live on the lake, contact Scotty's Contracting and Stone for an estimate on high-quality products and service at 270-259-5696.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Formally joined now by Coach Travis Johnston of the Grayson County Cougars. Coach, we talked yesterday that you didn't really know how you were going to handle the next couple of hours. So I asked you, how did you all handle it?
We just let them rest. We got them something in at the hotel and let them rest and tried to get them asleep fairly early. And, of course, we had to get out of the hotel this morning, so that was a little hectic. But from the sound of it, they seem like they're awake.
Underdog today. You are the underdog. There's no question about that. What's the proper mentality for an underdog?
We can't think that we are one. We have been a team all year that we don't play. We've really used it to hey, we're not the underdog. We deserve to be here. We deserve to play against these guys and all that stuff. So we got to use the same mentality for today.
Saint X, I'm sure, over the last however many hours it's been. I don't know. It's all going together. You've probably watched as much as you possibly could of them. What stands out?
They're big. They're D1 size-wise, speed-wise, strength-wise, athletically, all the way across the board. They can jump. They're strong. They're physical. And the biggest thing is that, you can kind of hang around with them, but then they bust out an 8-0 run, a 10-0 run that really sets them apart, and they try to go on about 2 or 3 of those a game, so we got to limit those. One of those D1 guys is a guy who very well could be playing on this exact floor in college in Lindsay. What makes him so good? I don't know. They can do everything, and it's not. They got 5 guys who can really play, and we got our hands full to where if we try to take one of them out of the game or anything, that the other ones are going to bust us. So we got to make sure it's a 5-on-5 and we're all locked in.
I know that they play pretty strong man defense. What's the key for your offense to attacking their man?
We can't go one-on-one. Yesterday, we tried to go one-on-one too much against Great Crossing. They were physical. They were strong. Really, Spencer was the only one that was getting in the paint on his matchup. So we have to move the ball. We have to swing it side to side. We have to get them kind of antsy and not wanting to play defense anymore, to where maybe they gamble and then we get some shots on the inside that way. But we're not going to be able to drive one-on-one on them.
All of the pressure in this game, you could say, is on them today. They're the number 1 team. They're the favorite for this tournament entering it. And you all are the underdog. You're the darling in some ways. Without playing with that pressure, is that a good thing, and how do you use that to your advantage?
I think it's kind of a good thing for them. We're not a team that's been doubted throughout the year, but at the same time, we were always kind of looked at as number 2 in the region to Davis County because they were so good, and I think they've used that some throughout the season, and I think that they can use something like that now to where St. X brings a good crowd, but I would like to think that we're going to have more here today. So we got to use that and feed off them and understand that we're here for a reason. We didn't just luck into anything.
You get the chance to shock the state and come back and play again here in a couple hours. How do y'all do it?
Rebound, take care of the ball. Like I said, they rely on runs where they get steals and they get highlight plays and stuff like that. So we have to make sure we take care of the basketball to where we're getting shots, and then obviously we got to rebound.
Coach, good luck. More comes up on the Hometown Hangout Locker Room show after this. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. And they're there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Paul Duda, Hudson State Farm in Litchfield, 270.
Shoreline protection, well-designed and maintained erosion control helps ensure that today's beautiful and safe landscapes remain so tomorrow. To discuss erosion control and shoreline restoration solutions with Scotty's Contracting, call 270-259-5696.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. In internal and geriatric medicine, chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
Cougar Basketball on the K105.
Welcome back to your time for Steven Strategies.
We're going to dip into theological. It's make shots, take care of the ball, play good defense, and rebound.
Say next. Come up next. It's been the Hometown Hangout Locker Room show on K105 as our coverage is presented by Litchfield Tourism.
This is the Locker Room Show, presented by Hometown Hangout. The Locker Room Show is brought to you in part by Future Designs, Building Materials, Duda Hudson State Farm, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, Midway Pharmacy, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone. Hometown Hangout, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, State Farm Agent Carter Harrell, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools. And now, Hometown Hangout presents the Locker Room Show on K105.
From preschool to prepared, from ready to grow to ready to do, where new becomes normal and me becomes we, as each adventure builds resilience and flexibility, and teamwork, communication, problem solving, and responsibility give way to achievement in the classroom, on the field, and in the spotlight. Achievements measured in inches lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential meets purpose. Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
It's peace of mind when life takes an unexpected turn. It's knowing someone's got your back, whether you're on the road or at home. It's the assurance that your family's future is protected, no matter what. It's the personalized service from someone who truly cares about your needs. It's the unmatched reliability of State Farm. Meet Carter Harrell, your State Farm agent in Litchfield. You're going to like how he's always there for you. Visit State Farm agent Carter Harrell today.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Kyle writes, I've been using Future Designs for years, and I've never been disappointed. They're the best in the business. Thanks for letting us know, Kyle. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Remember when your friend used to say, "Let's just wing it." Then you tried planning a trip alone, and when you got lost, your friend said,
"Told you we should have called an expert."
So you decided to try again, but with a pro. Now your friend is off on an unplanned adventure. Don't wing your dream vacation. Contact the certified experts at Your Global Getaway.
Visit yourglobalgetaway.com.
This is Grayson County Cougar basketball on K105. Tonight's Cougar contest is sponsored by Future Designs, Building Materials, Duda Hudson State Farm, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, Midway Pharmacy, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone. Hometown Hangout, Western Kentucky Regional, State Farm Agent Carter Harrell, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools. Now, let's get you courtside for Cougar basketball.
Welcome back to Rupp Arena, where the Grayson County Cougars are about to play in the Final Four of the state of Kentucky. Sam Gormley and Steven Smith here with you courtside. It's time now to meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Saint Xavier Tigers, who enter the record of 27-7. Jermaine Cameron is a senior 5'10" guard. He averages 10 points and 4.7 rebounds per game. Connor Klein is the senior. He averages 10.6 points and 3.3 rebounds per game. Jordan Jackson, 6'6" sophomore, 9.6 points, 4.9 rebounds per game. Josh Lindsay is the sophomore, number 5, 14.3 points and 3.8 rebounds a contest. And Jeremiah Jackson, the senior, number 23, about 16 points and 6.6 rebounds per contest. Once more, that lineup for St. X is Cameron, Klein, Jackson, Lindsay, and Jackson. So you have Jordan Jackson and Jeremiah Jackson. They are not related, though, on that list. The assistant coaches for St. X are Brian Just, Connor McKim, and Ivan Haygood. And the head coach in his 18th season with a record of 370 and 177 is Kevin Klein. And now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Cougars with a record of 27-6. It'll be senior Brody Armstrong, 15 points, 5 rebounds a contest. Jagger Martis, 14.3 points, 2.8 rebounds per game. Spencer Langdon, 12.4 points and 6 rebounds per contest. Caden Gaither, 9.6 points and 2.4 rebounds per game. And Jack Logston, 20.1 points, 6.6 rebounds per contest. Once more, that lineup is Armstrong, Martis, Langdon, Gaither, and Logston. The assistant coaches for Grayson County are Brian Hill, Brett Johnston, Daryl Meredith, Ethan Meredith, and Mason Galloway. And head coach in his 9th season with a record of 146 and 123 is Travis Johnston. The Cougs and the Tigers come up next, as this is Cougar basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back to Rupp Arena, Grayson County and Saint X here in the semifinals of the state of Kentucky. What I'm going to do here in a moment, Stephen, is they're about to announce Jack Logston's name. I'm going to turn it over, and I just wanted you to hear the Grayson County crowd on this.
For Grayson County and guard, a 6'6" junior, number 24, Jack Logston.
Stephen, I mean, it is probably 90-10 Grayson in here.
At least. They've had a really good student section that's pretty slim this morning, and you got the Cougar orange down here on our end that's flooded this whole fourth of the end zone down here. No question the Cougars have come out this morning.
We are not allowed to show video, too, of these games, as that's not, again, my decision. That's not Stephen's. Actually, it is Stephen's decision.
Blame me if you want to. I don't care.
No, it's not our decision. It's not even something that says, hey, we, didn't pay the rights. There's not even, it's not like we could pay them $50,000 to do it. They might say yes to that. But still, all joking aside, there's not an option. So we're not allowed to show any video of this. So instead, you just have to listen to us, and we'll paint the picture as best as we can for you here today. Again, Grayson County in the Final Four for the first time in school history. Of course, Caneyville did do it back in 1968 before consolidation. St. X, they're trying to get to the state championship game for the first time since 1962. Grayson County, of course, trying to get to the state championship game. Well, if you've never been to the Final Four, Stephen, pretty hard to be to a state championship game. So for the first time in school history. Once more, the lineups for Grayson: Armstrong, Martis, Langdon, Gaither, and Logston. For X, it'll be Cameron, Klein, Jackson, Lindsay, and Jackson. Your officials for today's game: Maya Smith, Junior Reed, and Raymond Lightfoot. It's about time for us to roll. Stephen, howdy.
Let's get rowdy.
The opening tip will be Jackson against Logston. It's controlled by Grayson County. They'll be working from right to left on the radio dial, wearing the road navy jerseys and orange numerals. Here today, Cougars set a new program record for wins in yesterday's win against Great Crossing with their 27th of the season. Feeding inside to Logston from about 10 away on the left side. He goes back towards the middle, lowers his shoulder, picks up the dribble, gives it to Armstrong, who cuts down the left side and gets the basket in. Grayson County strikes first. They lead 2-0.
Love those cuts that we've seen, Sam, and a good start for the Cougars.
St. X, they also have 27 wins. They're 27-7. They got here champions of the 7th region, and there's a foul away from the ball, and it's an offensive foul whistled on St. X, called on Josh Lindsay. That'll be his first.
Yeah, Jagger was getting up underneath him a little bit. Looks over to the bench.
Kevin Klein, the longtime head coach for St. X, pops over to ask for the explanation from the official. Grayson County leads 2-0. Cougars trying to advance to tonight's state championship for the first time in school history. Langdon, bounce pass to the right side to Gaither. Gaither picked up by Lindsay. St. X going to play just your traditional man-to-man defense, but it is very good man-to-man. Armstrong, picked up by Cameron, spins to that left hand again, goes up, the double team comes, over top the double team, Armstrong can't get the shot to drop in. Long rebound tapped off into the hands of Jeremiah Jackson for St. X, and they're pushing up the near side of the floor. Cameron comes up near side, picked up by Langdon. Handoff pass to Jeremiah Jackson, drives in on Armstrong, gives back now right side to Klein. Klein is their shooter from the outside. Jackson Crosses to Klein on the left wing. Drives in on Gaither. Backs it off now left side. Up top. Pass deflected by Logston. Run back down, though, by Jordan Jackson. And a foul on the floor is going to be called on St. X. Travis Johnston wanted an offensive foul, but instead it's a call on Logston. That'll be his first.
Really good defense right there. Made him throw inside a couple times to Jackson on the inside, but then he had to kick it back out. Brody Armstrong chested him up pretty well.
They'll give it into Jordan Jackson on the left side. Feeds it into the post to Jeremiah. Jeremiah guarded by Armstrong. Got a little push off on Armstrong, and the jumper doesn't drop in. Touched every part of the rim but the inside, and rebounded by Spencer Langdon up the near side of the floor. Langdon bumped as he crosses the half-court line. Grayson leads 2-0, 6:20 left here in the first quarter of play. Gaither on the right wing for the Cougars. He had a really big game on Wednesday, especially in the third quarter. Martis handoff pass to Langdon. Good job by Cameron to shut off that cut for Langdon down that left side. Langdon up top. He'll pull up 15 left side, way off to the right. Not even close for Langdon. Rebounded by Klein for St. X. Jump pass thrown away, and a blocking foul is going to be called on the far side of the floor on Grayson County as St. X had thrown the ball away, and Caden Gaither is going to pick up his first foul.
Yeah, I was watching Sam, the ball going out of bounds, and didn't see the play right there, right in front of the official.
As was I didn't see. It's one of those that it may have been an offensive foul, it may have been a blocking foul, it may have been a play on. We don't really know. Throwing up, and it's an alley-oop dunk for Josh Lindsay. Nobody picked him up, and he throws it in to put St. X on the board now. We're tied at 2. This St. X team, they can flat out dunk the ball. And there's no question about that. Gaither gets Lindsay in the air, and that's the second foul on Josh Lindsay early on in the game. That's huge.
Yeah, Caden Gaither's got that patented pump fake that he does. Lindsay got up in the air and then smacked him as he was going by. It's a big call for St. X with Lindsay picking up his second here with only 3 minutes in.
It's one of those things that with less than 24 hours in between games, that would probably be something that your scouting report would have, but with only limited time to watch film, you don't know how much they really have on Gaither to know that pump fake is coming. We're tied at 2, 5:33 remaining here in this first quarter. Langdon, downhill drive, pulls up from 10 on the right side, too strong. Long rebound, chased down by Langdon, though. Rolls it off into the corner to Armstrong. Corner 3, a little bit too much on it. Picked up on the floor by, that's the new player to the game, Travis Johnston for St. X. He's a left-handed shooter off the bench. About 60% of his shots come from three-point range. And, Steven, how does 47% from 3 sound this year for number 10 in white?
Yeah, that's pretty prolific there, Sam. Got to have to know where he is all the time. Jagger Martis checking
Klein drives in on Logston, blocked by the rim. Rebound, put back, and a foul going to be called on Grayson County. And who will this foul be called on? Maya Smith, the official, to come over, and it'll go on Armstrong. That'll be his first foul and the team's third, and it's going to send Jordan Jackson to the stripe. 63.2% from the line this year for Jackson. As a sophomore, already has a couple of D1 offers, and he puts the first one in. Offered by Oklahoma State and Morehead State. Might be saying that's kind of an odd combination, but Oklahoma State, of course, coached by former Western Kentucky head coach Steve Lutz. Jackson misses the second free throw. Offensive rebound, though, by the Tigers as Jeremiah Jackson came down with it. Cameron cuts down the lane and lays it in down the right side. And St. X now leads the game 5-2 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Attacking the offensive glass pretty hard on that one, Sam, as Johnson was able to get that.
Langdon comes across the near side. Cold shooting start for Grayson County, 1 for their first 5. They've missed their last 4 shots after the early layup by Armstrong. Langdon deep on the left side. Does a handoff pass to Martis. First time we've called his name today. He's picked up by Klein. Martis tries to spin, goes to the free throw line, pulls up the jumper over top of Klein. Can't get the roll in. Armstrong rebound, and he's blocked on the rebound. Put back, and it's Cameron off and running. Into the corner. Klein, corner 3 is in and out. Langdon's got the rebound for Grayson. Here come the Cougars. They're off and running. Outlet to the far side to Gaither. Gaither transition, right side 3, way too short. It's an air ball picked up by Chief Cameron for St. X. They go right up the middle. Does Cameron coast to coast layup left side? Good on the flip for Cameron. He's got 4 early points. And St. X leads Grayson 7-2.
Jackson's length is really going to be an issue with us. Not only is he tall, but he's got really long, lanky arms as well. Was able to block Brody on that one, something to keep in mind.
Langdon, he'll take a corner 3. It's in and out. Good look. Long rebound, rolled into the corner, and Bryce Johnson picked it up, and the Tigers are off and running. Jumping to the right side to Johnson. Johnson back now to Jackson. 3 right side. No good. Martis with a rebound for Grayson County. He's double teamed on that baseline, looking for some help, and finds it with Gaither across the high side. 7-2 Grayson. Trails St. X. 3.5 left in the first quarter. 7-0 run for the Tigers. Gaither in between the circles. Drives to the elbow, spins all the way around and gives it back now Logston right side. Logston gets around the defense, pulls up a right side three, in and out. Cougars ice cold from three. They're 1 of 10 from the field as well to open up. They've missed 9 straight shots, and they've not scored since that opening possession of the game. Cameron drives in on Langdon, gets the hole way too strong though. Logston had the rebound. It might have been fouled on it, but he's got it. He's pushing up the far side of the floor. Logston into the corner now to Gaither on the left side. Back into Logston, spinning jumper in the lane, in and out. Cougars cannot buy a shot right now, and they're getting really good looks.
Again, that's exactly what I was going to say. They're taking the right shots. They're just all going in and out right now.
3, transition, deep one right side. It's good, put in by Jeremiah Jackson. Timeout taken by Grayson County as St. X leads this game 10-2 with 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This is Cougar basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
It's peace of mind when life takes an unexpected turn. It's knowing someone's got your back, whether you're on the road or at home. It's the assurance that your family's future is protected, no matter what. It's the personalized service from someone who truly cares about your needs. It's the unmatched reliability of State Farm. Meet Carter Harrell, your State Farm agent in Litchfield. You're going to like how he's always there for you. Visit State Farm agent Carter Harrell today.
St. Xavier leads Grayson County 10-2, 2:35 left in the first quarter. St. X on a 10-0 run. Cougars have missed their last 10 shots, Stephen.
Yeah, good timeout by Coach Johnson just to get the guys over in front of him and, hey, calm down, just get back into the things that you're doing. Probably said, hey, guys, you're taking the right shots. Keep shooting them. They're going to start falling.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're getting a lot of really good looks, and a lot of them are close. Like they're going all the way in and just popping out, and sometimes basketball is a very cruel game.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday in the first half.
But with this team, you do not want too much of a deficit. Langdon up top. He drives down to the hill, stops in the lane, picks the dribble up, and gives it to Logston top side now. Cougars just need a bucket in the worst kind of way. They haven't scored in over 5 minutes. Logston, left side, pass deflected. Klein's got it. Klein down the right side, run out, layup, good for Connor Klein to get his first points of the game. And it is going to be immediate timeout now as the ball whistle was blown for some reason. As the ball, I think, got deflected away from Logston, and they'll allow this to be immediate timeout on the floor as it's 12-2. St. X leads Grayson County in this game as it's a 12-0 run. Cougars, that first possession was perfect, Stephen, and since that point, it's just not been good.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday where Great Crossing was able to kind of stifle our cuts going down the lane, but Brody made a perfect cut, and they threw it off to him, and he was able to lay it in. A little bit quiet down here on the orange end. Hopefully the crowd will be able to give them something to get the crowd back in it here in the next couple of plays.
What do you think Travis Johnston tells these guys right now?
You look up at the scoreboard and you're down 10. You say, hey, we've been down 10 before. Got down by as many as, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 yesterday in the third, 8 yesterday. And, I mean, we still got a bunch of basketball left. Don't get too nervous. Don't get too excited. But you want to play with energy so you can't get flat.
St. X led North Laurel yesterday big at the end of the, I think it was 12-4 at the end of the first quarter, and ended up coming back, and North Laurel had a chance to win the game at the end. And
yeah, they did, and probably got the shot that they were looking for. The big kid, number 30, Davidson, was it?
Correct.
He kind of took it all the way to the rim and wasn't able to finish. But, you know, maybe that's what Coach Johnson is saying, because we got to watch the end of that game is, hey, you know, they've been here before with a big lead and have given it up. We played from behind a few times, so let's get a little rally started here in the last, what do we got, 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
How close do you want it at the end of this quarter to be feeling a little bit better?
I think you're okay as long as you don't let it get any farther away. You don't want to be down by any points, but if you're down 10, just don't let it be any worse than that.
This is a very important offensive possession, too.
Yeah, one thing that I've mentioned already is you see number 4, Jordan Jackson, on the inside is Spencer Langdon's really good about making a head fake. Jackson's tall enough where he didn't have to take the head fake, and with those long arms, so that'll be something to watch too, Sam, as this one continues to go along.
It's just a really good team.
They are really good. With their best player on the bench with 2 fouls, and they're still really good.
Langdon out of the timeout, has it across the top side. 2 minutes remain in this first quarter. Grayson trails 12-2, and a pass deflected and taken away by Klein for St. X. Klein throws it up, and it's a dunk. They throw it up for Jordan Jackson, and he throws it in down the right side, and it's 14-2. Cougars are all out of sorts right now. Klein is a great defensive player. Led the team in steals and deflections, and he's shown off a couple of times right now. The coach's son. Left side to Langdon. Jackson comes out in defense. Up top to Gaither. Gaither swings it off left side to Logston. Fires down to Martis. Martis in the lane. The little floater is good. And there you go. That's just your basket now, but now you got to get back on the defensive end and try and get a stop.
Yeah, got Jagger going toward the basket right there, coming across the lane. He pulls up and knocks it down.
Cameron blows right by Langdon. Layup good. Nobody came over to help, and Chief Cameron has 6 points early, and it's 16-4. St. X leads Grayson County. Martis up top, lost the dribble, able to keep it going, picked up by Klein. Over top of Klein, Martis forces the shot, but it drops in. We've seen Jagger Martis. When he starts to be feeling it, you got to keep giving him the ball.
Yeah, Jagger's such a smooth shooter and can get going really well, and over the last couple of shots, like what I'm seeing.
St. X, we saw them yesterday against North Laurel hold the ball for probably a minute and a half.
At least.
And they might be doing that again here. These are the moments where, I'm not a huge shot clock guy. This is where I think it is an okay thing, but it's just so rare that you see this.
Yeah, they spread it out, and I don't know, minute and a half may have been generous yesterday. They stood there for a long time.
And North Laurel led them.
Yeah, and it wasn't at the end of a quarter. They just blew off some time.
17 seconds remain in this first quarter of play. Well, they're at least doing something. 10 seconds now. Up top, Cameron. He takes a peek at the clock with 8 seconds. Cameron over to the left side. Double team comes on Cameron. Bounce pass to Jackson. Right side three. It's good. Put in by Jeremiah Jackson. Knocks in his second three of the game. And at the end of the first quarter, it is a lead for St. X of 19-6, as this is Cougar basketball, presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Smith Overhead Door is redefining entryways in Litchfield, where every click of the remote promises reliability. It's not just about opening doors, it's about lasting assurance. We offer a service that inspects each part, making sure your door system thrives. With our service agreement, with inspections up to 4 times a year, we spot the signs of wear before they whisper a problem, saving you more than just peace of mind. Opt for a 2-year plan and the savings rise. Make sure you get out the door with Smith Overhead Door at sohd.info. We're not just opening doors, we're opening possibilities.
Remember when your friend used to say,
"Let's just wing it."
Then you tried planning a trip alone, and when you got lost, your friend said,
"Told you we should have called an expert."
So you decided to try again, but with a pro. Now your friend is off on an unplanned adventure. Don't wing your dream vacation. Contact the certified experts at Your Global Getaway.
Visit yourglobalgetaway.com.
Grayson County trails this game 19-6 as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. And Grayson finds himself, Stephen, at one of their largest deficits they've had, and it's been a long time.
Yeah, and again, Sam, we've talked about it, and we'll say it several times more, but this is just a really good team and a team where you can't really relax on any possession of defense. You're going to have to get after it every time that they've got the ball. We had Mark come over and talk to us that he was sitting in on Coach Klein in the post-game interview yesterday, and he said that he was pro shot clock, but as long as he could, he was going to take advantage of the ability to stall the game.
St. X leads by 13 points here as we get ready to start the second quarter, and all of this is with Josh Lindsay, their future D1 point guard, on the bench. He picked up 2 very early fouls. Chase Bonnock is set to check in for Grayson County, as it will be in place of Caden Gaither. Bonnock was outstanding yesterday.
Yeah, and I think if you're Coach Klein, you don't have any reason to put him back in at this point. You're probably just right now thinking that he'll be playing in the second half.
19-6, St. X leads Grayson. And they will start with the ball as well. Cameron throws up, tries to go for a lob dunk, but Logston says, "Not my house this time." Bonnock ended up getting the loose board. Bonnock drives in, downhill drive, and he's blocked from behind. Knocked out of bounds by Cameron. Really good defense by Cameron in on Bonnock.
Yeah, Cameron's really kind of matches up pretty well. He may have a couple of inches on Chase, but he's as quick as he is, or maybe quicker.
Armstrong to pass in, gives it into Langdon in the corner, feeds it back into Armstrong. Armstrong guards over top from 10 feet, too short on the floor, bounces all the way around and hits off the head of St. X, and it'll stay with Grayson County. 7:37 left here in this second quarter of play. Grayson County trails St. X 19-6. Martis underneath of his own basket. Throws it up top now to Logston. Back now to Martis on the left wing. Martis leads Grayson in scoring right now with 4 of their 6 points. Crossing to Logston up top. Back now to Langdon. Langdon drives in inside the free throw line. Floater good for Spencer Langdon.
Able to create a little bit of separation from the long arms of Jackson and was able to knock down a shot. Maybe a good adjustment there from Spencer Langdon.
Cameron up top. Curls down the left side. Gives it back now to the left side to a 3 that is missed by Bryce Johnson. Ooh. And the rebound is out of bounds off of St. X. And Maya Smith looks at Travis Johnston and gave him the stop sign of saying whatever was said, she didn't like hearing it. I think it might have been towards the assistant coaches saying, I don't need to hear from you. I need to hear from the head coach. And ball deflected. Somehow finds the hands of Johnson as it was, I don't even know what happened there, Steven. So they give it into Jackson now on the right side. Jackson spins on Armstrong, gets around Armstrong, and Armstrong's going to pick up his second foul now.
Yeah, what she was talking about, there's a very clear push in the back by Cameron on that loose ball over there, and then Brody doesn't get it. He's pretty upset right now. He's going to have to calm down as he's picked up his second.
And Martis puts an arm around Brody Armstrong as if to say, hey, you're good. And Travis Johnston not happy right now. He's talking to the official, Raymond Lightfoot, asking what he saw on that play. 2 shots coming for Jeremiah Jackson, the Southern Illinois commit, and he puts the first one in. Jackson is an 83.3% free throw shooter. Into the game, Braylon Garr for St. X, 3.5 points, 1.6 rebounds a game.
Sam, you look down the list, you're led by a core of 3 seniors, but then you got 3 other sophomores that have been in the game, and St. X not only good right now, they're going to be good for a while.
Both free throws put in by Jeremiah Jackson. It's 21-8, 6:47 remaining in the first half. Armstrong up top, stays in the game with those 2 fouls. Armstrong pulls up a left side 3, got it! Nothing but nets for Brody Armstrong. Cougars trying to stay in it.
Not much Johnson could do on that one. Brody lifted up, got over the top of him, and knocked it down. Good to see Brody Armstrong getting in the scoring column.
21-11, St. X leads Grayson County. Cameron in between the circles. Left side, curls it around. Bonnock and Logston combine to get a steal. As Bonnock comes down the near side, fires down to Armstrong, who had to go high up to grab it on the left block. Rolls it out to the right side to Bonnock. Thought about the 3, now will take it. Good! Chase Bonnock,
baby. Cougars,
3 off the right side.
Cougars starting to crawl back into this one, Sam, on the shoulders of Brody Armstrong and Chase Bonnock.
21-14, St. X up a touchdown right now on Grayson County. Jackson throws Langdon out of the way, loses the ball, and it's taken away by Jack Logston for Grayson County. Out to Langdon. Langdon, Euro in the lane, lost the ball, and it's taken away by St. X, headed back the other way. They're going to slow the pace down a little bit, but then speed it up down the lane. Lay in good by Braylon Garr.
Really,
big moment there for Grayson that they couldn't capitalize on.
Yeah, really good flurry. Brody got it down low. Good heady decision by Chase Bonnock to pull that
Deep
one out.
3 by Martis, top side way off to the right. Martis was feeling it early, and that shot wasn't close. To the right side, driving in, stripped. Martis has it. Outlet to Bonnock, who didn't know it was coming. Bonnock will slow. Now he'll speed down the left side and back it off. Smart play by Chase to wait for some help. Bonnock loses the ball. Loose ball on the floor, out of bounds, and now the player's fighting for it. And it is going to be, I think, a jump ball, which would give the ball to Grayson County.
No surprise.
Chase Bonnock right in the middle of it. Yeah. It is a jump ball, arrow to stay with Grayson. Klein re-enters for St. X. Gaither re-enters for Grayson.
Brody Armstrong going to get a break here, but really like the intensity that the Cougars are showing. Chase Bonnock showing a lot of maturity there, trying to make it on the break, but then pulling back when he doesn't have numbers.
23-14, St. X leads 5:12 remaining in the first half. Langdon up top for Grayson County. They got the ball out of that jump ball. Langdon to Martis. Martis in the left wing. Stops the dribble, hands it off to Logston. Logston drives in, right-handed floater, doesn't roll in, not enough on it. And Jeremiah Jackson got the loose board for St. X. Logston has not scored today, 0 for his first 3 to open up. He's been a slow starter in this tournament, but had big second halves. Jackson Picked up by Langdon. Gets it out to the right side to Gar. 3 is missed. Jackson takes the rebound off the head of Langdon. Puts the shot back up, and it's not even close. Logston's got the rebound now for Grayson County. Logston right up the middle of the floor for Grayson.
Spencer Langdon giving up several inches.
Logston spins, tries to find some help at the elbow, and finds it with Gaither. Gaither on the right side. Thought about the step-back 3. Gives it into the corner now to Langdon. 23-14. St. X leads Grayson County. 4:15 remaining in the first half. Bonnock, deep 3, top side. Doesn't roll in. Just a little bit too short from Bonnock, and he couldn't quite get the roll.
Better look than his second offering yesterday. Sam drew iron on that one and thought it may have hit off the glass and fell back in.
Bonnock's a 37% three-point shooter, too, so you don't want to discount him. Klein, he can really shoot it from 3. Top side, can't get it to drop in. Rebounded by Logston. Outlet to Langdon, and it's knocked out of bounds by Klein. He read that passing lane very well.
Yeah, you're
Josh Lindsay re-enters right now for St. X, giving a breather to Bryce Johnson. Again, Lindsay does have 2 fouls.
We talk about it all the time, Sam. Whoever he's guarding, I take it right at him. Probably a really, really smart player, no doubt, but looks like he's going to be on Chase Bonnock. Give it to Chase and let him go to work.
23-14, St. X leads Grayson. Langdon, right at the logo. Comes across the near side of the floor, picks the dribble up, feeds it up top now to Logston. Logston hands that off to Martis. Thought about the 3. Martis drives in, pulls up from the left elbow. Shot was partially deflected. Loose ball on the floor. Lindsay able to run down as Bonnock went diving for it as well. Lindsay up the near side. Lindsay drives in, kicks it off into the corner now to Klein. Klein drives the baseline, double teamed, looking for some help. Klein throws it up top now to Jeremiah Jackson. Jackson will pull up a right side 3, in and out. Bonnock does a great job boxing out and gets Logston the ball. Outlet to Langdon. Langdon lets the defender in the air. Back now to Logston. Transition 3. He's fouled. Really poor decision by St. X to try and go for a block there, and it's fouling one of the state's best free throw shooters. Jeremiah Jackson picks up his first foul.
Chase Bonnock got punched in the lip. He's still staying down here. I shouldn't say punched. He took a shot in the lip. I think Coach Johnson maybe wanting a timeout here.
I just read Chase's lips. He said that should have been a foul.
Yeah.
I don't think that's exactly what he said, Steve.
Yeah.
But
same sentiment.
But you know what? You know he's probably going to tell him, but you're going to have to hit me harder than that.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's all you got? Logston, 3 free throws coming. First one good.
Talking to trainer Scott Ballman now. Chase got a little pop knot showing up on his lip right there, but he's staying in the game.
Oh, listen.
Cut his head off
unless
and
you
he's
got a
still
bone
playing.
saw out there or something. And second one, Logston, good. He's made 2. He'll have 1 more coming. I feel like he'd be like the Monty Python guy.
Yeah.
No arms and legs,
Yeah.
and he'd still be out there rolling around.
Yeah, I guarantee you it won't slow him down from jumping on the next loose ball either.
1 more coming for Jack Logston. It is good. He gets the shooter's touch. St. X leads Grayson County 23-17 now with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Really good answer by Grayson County.
Able to cut it back down to 6 here.
Left side, Lindsay in on Martis. He spins to that left hand, goes up, gets the hole, and he walked with it on the right side. No walk. Instead, it's a missed shot. Rebounded by Martis for Grayson County. Martis right up the middle. Fires down on the inside to Langdon, who's double teamed. Back now to Logston. Logston on the left side. Puts the shot up. No good. Put back. No good, but he's fouled.
Jack Logston making a man out of himself down in the lane right now, going up against Johnson and not backing down one bit.
That'll be a media timeout as well. Jack Logston will have 2 free throws when we come back. Grayson County has fought back to bring it to within 6 now with 2:42 remaining in the first half. As this is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Welcome back here to Rupp Arena. Grayson County trails St. X 23-17, but Jack Logston will have 2 free throws when we come back here. As Stephen, I think you were trying to listen in to Travis Johnston. We're just close enough, but not close enough to be able to hear what he's saying.
Yeah, I was trying to read his lips. It was so loud as they were doing some kind of promotion with the student section right now. couldn't hear what he said and couldn't really read his lips. But, he's probably saying, hey, we're crawling back into this thing. We're down 6. We got 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in this half. We've got a few more minutes to get it a little bit closer. Jack going to the free throw line to hit 2.
And the biggest key off the bench right now in this run has been
Chase Bonham.
I mean, listen, Steven. Win or lose today, I think he's got a real good argument to make the all-tournament team.
Yeah, I think he does too, and he's made every second count. If you scroll down the bench and you looked at him and you didn't know the Grayson County team, you probably wouldn't pick him out that he's a game changer. But like our buddy Cameron Mills said last night, he's a menace.
He is on the – nope. Is he on the bench right now?
No, he's coming back in.
Well, yep, he is going to remain in the game. He's got a pretty fat lip right now.
Throwing down pieces of his lip, I think, Sam.
But I guarantee you, he's telling Scott was like, you can go back in, and then Scott was like, wait, why am I asking you if you can go back in?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And Chase probably saying, I'm a senior. Buddy, you're going to have to hit me a lot harder than that to take me out right now.
Gauze to slip into his jaw there, it looks like.
Logston will have 2 free throws out of this timeout. Brian Hill, assistant coach, talking to him right now. He does got a pretty good – it's like he's got a chaw in there, Steven.
Well, Scott Ballman just gave him a little piece of gauze to put in there. It looks like he's got a dip in.
He does.
I don't know if he dips or not, but it looks natural on him.
First one good. And this is Grayson County, Steven.
Walking down the middle of the court like he owns the place. You got to love it, Sam.
I don't know if Scott's got any of that in his bag. Second one for Logston is good. He makes them both. Grayson County's brought it within 4 now, 23-19. They trailed 19-6 at the start of the second quarter. 2:35 remaining now in this quarter, and it's 23-19 St. X. Handoff pass, great no-look pass to Klein. 3 is short. Martis with a rebound for Grayson County, and then it's stripped and taken away by St. X. Bonnock goes in to knock it, but then Martis was the first to touch it standing out of bounds.
Man, what a flurry right there. Chase Bonnock able to tip it back in, and Martis just found himself in no man's land with a foot out of bounds and couldn't touch the ball.
23-19. St. X remains with the ball. The Cougar student section as they throw it into Jackson, who lays it in at the rim. Jackson just using his length. And it's hard because Grayson just doesn't have the length to match up with St. X.
Yeah, and the athleticism as high as they get off the floor whenever they jump just makes it really tough. But, hey, our guys are gritty.
And ball kicked up top by one of the lengthiest players, Jordan Jackson. I mean, Jordan Jackson has literally, I semi-joke about this, but his arms are nearly to his ankles.
Yeah, he's got, for a flashback in this gym, Tony Delk always had the longest-looking arms I've ever seen. Jackson's got really long arms, too.
Hey, if you're going to get compared to Tony Delk, too, that's a pretty good comparison.
In this gym, that's a pretty big
In fact, I believe his name is hanging in the rafters up there. Langdon up top for Grayson as the Cougars trail by 6 with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Langdon. Handoff pass to Bonnock on the left side.
Ooh.
Had Martis. Didn't have the greatest window, though. Probably a smart decision to not get it in. Back now to Bonnock up top. Guarded by Cameron. Handoff pass to Gaither. Gaither pops up, goes looking for the foul on the 3. Shot's no good. Rebounded by St. X. Probably tried to force that one a little too much.
Yeah, trying to draw a foul just a little bit too much for Caden right there, but you applaud the effort.
St. X has it. It's a big defensive possession here for Grayson.
Yeah, St. X probably going to look to maybe use a little bit of the clock here.
Cameron gets around. Tries to get around Bonnock, but I should have known better, Steven. It's going to be hard. Chase is going to say, see that lip? You're going to have to come at me harder than that. Cameron, as Bonnock awaits him. Cameron goes over to the left side, gets a screen. Back now to Jackson on the right side. Bonnock's guarding him now. And that's probably a size mismatch. Jackson on Bonnock. Bonnock nearly just up to his waist to Cameron. Cameron drives and kicks back to Klein. Gets his feet in order on the 3. Too strong. Rebound knocked out into the hands of Jordan Jackson. Jordan Jackson, offensive
Chase
foul.
Bonnock taking the charge. Let's go.
The charge on the inside.
Man, he's just like Santa Claus, Sam. He's everywhere.
I like that there. Chase Santa Claus Bonnock. 52.9 seconds remaining in the first half. This is the thing, Steven. Grayson County, St. X shooting 43% from the field. The Cougars shooting just 25% from the field. And you're down by 6.
Down by 6. That's exactly right.
Now, got to start making some shots, but you're at least within shooting distance here. Are you holding here?
Yeah. Like I always say, Sam, looks like St. X is going to allow them. No reason for them to go out and push it as they're up by 6.
20 seconds remain in the first half. Grayson County trails by 6 points. Logston on the left wing. Back towards the middle now goes Logston. Up top, pulls up from 18. He's fouled. 2 shots coming. Foul whistle on Jeremiah Jackson. That'll be his second.
A lot of times, Sam, when you draw up certain things, you might ask a coach what they're going to do. I think in that possession, you just say we're going to get the hands of the best and going to get the ball in the hands of our best player and just let him go to work. Jack Logston proves it to be efficient going to the line.
Logston 5 of 5 from the line today. He's got 5 rebounds and 3 assists going today. Logston free throw good on the first one. Josh Lindsay re-enters here. Some offense, defense late. There's 12.6 seconds remaining in the first half, and it's safe to say you got to get a good defensive possession here.
Yeah, Jack hits his next free throw, locks down on defense, and if you don't get a shot off, that's fine, but don't let them score.
One more for Logston. It's good. 4-point game, 25-21. They're going to roll the ball in, and Grayson's going to let them do it. And now Balnock is going to come up and pick him up at half court. 10 seconds now remaining in the half. It's 25-21. St. X with a lead. Over to the left side to Lindsay. They're going to throw it into Jackson on the right block. He spins. He goes up. Shot way too strong. Put back good on the inside by Jordan Jackson. And that is how we end the first half of play, where Grayson County has brought it to within 6, though. They trail St. X, though, at the end of the first quarter. At the first half, 27-21. We'll come back. Halftime comes up next. This is Cougar Basketball on K105, presented by Litchfield Tourism.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Quality paves the way. That's the motto of Scotty's Contracting in Stone. All of the crushed stone products from Scotty's Quarry in Litchfield are mined underground. Scotty's Contracting and Paving provides cleaner products made from pure limestone. If you agree that quality makes the difference, contact the team at Scotty's Contracting in Stone for crushed stone products for your project at 259-5696. That's 259-5696. Our quarry is located on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Cougar Basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Come back here to Rupp Arena, where Grayson County trails St. X 27-21 at the end of the first half of play. Stephen, you know, my biggest takeaways here from the first half is that St. X shoots 44% from the field. Grayson County shoots 25%. And Brody Armstrong in that first half of play picked up those 2 fouls. And Brody only played, I'm looking here at the stats, 11 minutes. Okay, so maybe a little bit more than I would have thought. But here's the biggest thing. I don't know if you like the plus-minus stat. So for those that don't know what that is what it does is it takes the score of the game when a player is on the floor. So, for instance, if when you're on the floor, it starts at 0-0. And it goes through and it calculates it so that when you're on the floor, you're +8, which means that you are 8 points better, the team is, when you're on the floor. Grayson County right now, when Chase Balnock is on the floor, Stephen, +7.
Yeah, he was the difference maker. You look there, and we went on that run there in the second quarter, 15-6. And Chase, no question, knocked down the big 3. He was the difference maker on both ends of the floor, really. So, you don't want to see anybody get in any foul trouble because you want the best players on the floor. But Chase Balnock's making a petition to he's one of the best players on our team right now.
He's playing like it. And, you look at it this way, too, Stephen. Grayson County did not score for the last 6 minutes and 12 seconds from the field.
Yeah.
There's so many of these stats. Like, if I would have said, hey, Travis Johnston, St. X is going to be shooting 44% from the field. Like, how about this? I'll just tell you this right now. If you did not watch the first half and I just told you, Grayson shoot 25%, St. X shoot 44%, Cougars didn't score from the field in the last 6 minutes and 12 seconds, and Brody Armstrong had 2 early fouls, you would probably think, what would you think the score is?
Well, I think it would be closer to what we saw at the end of the first quarter, 19-6. And then you look back now, and we've crawled back in 21-27. and just a lot of heart that the guys are showing. Sam, really, you can't really pinpoint just Bonnock. He was the difference maker, but you saw Martis knock down a couple shots and starting to get in the flow. Jack Logston doing Jack Logston things. And then you have Spencer Langdon, Caden Gaither, everybody playing good defense on both ends as we're getting the stats handed to us. We'll have a chance to process those and come back to them in a minute. But just a gutsy performance in the second quarter by the Grayson County Cougars.
And listen, all you wanted in a game like today against the state's presumed the favorite coming in here is you wanted a chance. And you're down 6, you got a chance.
You got a chance.
And that's
exactly
the
right.
only thing that you really need. Coming up on our halftime show, we will run down the scores from around the state. Oh, wait.
No,
can't do that.
There are none.
There are none. As Grayson County, that's the score from around the state. As Grayson County trails St. X, as GRC and North Oldham will play after this game. And the winners of this one and that one will play tonight in the state championship game. So we'll take a break, though, and have a little bit more after this as Grayson County trails at the half 27-21. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Remember when your friend used to say,
Let's just wing it.
then you tried planning a trip alone, and when you got lost, your friend said,
Told you we should have called an expert.
so you decided to try again, but with a pro. Now your friend is off on an unplanned adventure. Don't wing your dream vacation. Contact the certified experts at your global getaway.
Visit yourglobalgetaway.com.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Susan writes, I'm remodeling my kitchen and Future Designs had everything I needed. They even helped me design my dream kitchen. Thanks, Susan. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? Ah! And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. Ah! And they're like there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Paul Duda Hudson State Farm in Litchfield, 270-287-0287.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Back here to Rupp Arena, it's Sam and Steven with you. As shout out to Matthew McAllister, Steven. I don't know what he won, but he just won some contest at the free throw because the St. X fan who came out in the Jordan jersey just
laid an egg.
Yes.
I think he maybe hit a couple, but
yeah, Matthew, though, congrats to him. I don't know if Brian Jones's football coach is here tonight or not, but if he's listening at home, I'm sure he's going to be quite thrilled that one of his, now former football players, Matthew's a senior. But congrats to Matthew for doing that. Now we got some cheerleaders out here. I'm not sure what they might be doing,
they're
Steven.
going to do the puzzle of one of the sponsors, I think.
Okay. Well, they don't sponsor me, so I don't.
Right.
Unless they want to. I mean, if they want to come, Mark's sitting down here. I'm sure he'd be willing to sign some sort of agreement right now.
Negotiate a contract.
Yeah, right
no
now.
question.
We'll do it. And we'll mention whoever it is. See, the best part is, Steven, he's listening to us right now on the app delay. So we're going to see him. There he goes. He's going to look. He just clearly just heard us talking about him. So it's funny to see quite how long our delay is. But Grayson County trails this game 27-21 at the half. We'll talk a little bit more about the specific stats in our next commercial break here coming up. But, I think Travis Johnston right now is probably saying, hey, guys, probably some of the things we talked about in the last thing is we've got all of these things going for us. Let's calm down. We got a chance.
Yeah, give me more of what I saw there in the second quarter. And there were a couple times, Sam, where you saw Jagger Martis get the ball at the top and everybody else cleared out of the way, and he started to make his move and just really was impressive during that. So I think we'll probably try and capitalize on that early on in the third quarter to see if we can get that scoring going.
What's that? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some. Wait. Some sponsor there. We're not. Mark's here. I can. If anything else, here we'll just. You want to talk into that microphone? Do that there. Mark comes over here. I knew he was going to come over and say something.
He's got a blank contract over there.
Yeah, find some.
He'll take a check.
Yeah. He knows where to cash it. We can just say that. You got a place, and you can probably cash it as well.
That's right.
But I'm sure. Now listen. At the same time, St. X is probably saying, "Hey guys, what we did in the first quarter, that's what we need to do," because they don't want to. St. X, they're the favorite here today. I'm sure. If you gave them truth serum, they were probably hoping we get this up to 15-20. We can rest some of our guys in the fourth quarter because we're expecting to play tonight.
Yeah, I think if you look at the crowd, it speaks very clearly that, I don't want to put any words in anybody's mouth, but they had a pretty good crowd here yesterday morning, and it's grown a little bit. But I would be, just looking at the end zones, I would be pretty safe in saying it's 25-1. That are just for the home or just for the two teams playing. You got the middle sections here with all of the other people watching, but the Cougars have showed out big, and they'd like nothing else to have to do than try to waste a few hours here this afternoon and come back tonight.
See, it's a lot of. I got to find like a Starbucks or something here locally or a coffee shop that I can find, or I know that there's the restaurant across the street from us. I'm sure they might let me have a table in there and take all of my notes for that and see what we can't figure out as this goes along. Grayson County, though, they were taking the floor back. Grayson County trails 27-21. We'll come back, run down the stats for the first half of play after this. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. And they're there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Call Duda Hudson State Farm in Litchfield, 270-287-0287.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. Board certified in internal and geriatric medicine, he's dedicated to managing chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Cougar Basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
County trails St. X 27-21 as we get ready to start the second half. St. X led in scoring by Jeremiah Jackson with 10 points to go along with 5 rebounds. Bryce Johnson came off the bench to have 5 rebounds. Jordan Jackson has 5 points and 4 rebounds. Chief Cameron 6 points and 2 rebounds. Connor Klein 2 and 1. And Josh Lindsay 2 points and 2 rebounds along with those 2 fouls. For Grayson County, Jack Logson 7 points all from the free throw line to go along with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Brody Armstrong 5 points and a rebound. Jagger Mortis 4 points, 3 rebounds and a steal. Spencer Langdon 2 points, 3 rebounds, and Chase Ballnock only 3 points. That's the only stats he has, but he does the other things that don't pop up in that stat sheet, Steven. And anything pop out to you on the stats that I did not mention?
Well, the turnovers pretty close, 7 to 8. One thing, the points in the paint is pretty heavy on St. X side, 18 to 6. And then, I mean, you look at our shooting stats, shooting 25% from the floor is not the team that we are, Sam. And I think if we're able to turn that around, then we're looking at a much better second half.
I mean, you look at this. You know, I mentioned to you those stats earlier, Stephen. The difference here. St. X shot 44%. Grayson County shot 25%. Brody Armstrong didn't play a ton. 18 to 6 points in the paint. And St. X went on a 14-0 run in the first half. If I'd have told you those things, you'd have probably thought we'd have been thinking this.
Sunk.
Yeah, but you got a chance, and hey, that's all you got to ask for once you reach the final day of basketball in the state of Kentucky. The second half comes up next. Can the miracle season continue for Grayson County, or will it come to an end? We'll find out next. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Midway Pharmacy might not have the best selection of fashion accessories, and that's because they're much more interested in your health and less interested in whether or not you're styling. At Midway Pharmacy, you're getting more than a pharmacy. You're getting a pharmacist who's committed to working with you on all things health-related. Rely upon the full team of pharmacists at Midway Pharmacy. Experience what matters the most when you visit any county-wide location of Midway Pharmacy.
It's peace of mind when life takes an unexpected turn. It's knowing someone's got your back, whether you're on the road or at home. It's the assurance that your family's future is protected, no matter what. It's the personalized service from someone who truly cares about your needs. It's the unmatched reliability of State Farm. Meet Carter Harrell, your State Farm agent in Litchfield. You're going to like how he's always there for you. Visit State Farm agent Carter Harrell today.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
County trails 27-21 as we get ready to start the second half of play. Stephen, your strategy for the second half?
Forget the first quarter, build on the second quarter.
Grayson County was outscored in the first quarter 19-6. They then outscored St. X 15-8 in that second quarter of play. It'll be Tiger ball to start in the second half. Winner will play tonight in the state championship game. Losers' season will end.
I think it'll be interesting how hard they try to push with Lindsey here in this first 4 minutes to try to get him back in the flow of this game.
St. X starts with the ball. They give it right side to Jackson. Takes it in on Armstrong. Has to be careful of those two fouls over top of Armstrong. Jeremiah Jackson extends and puts it in. And the Southern Illinois transfer picks up where he left off in the first half of play. He's got 12 points now in the game. Bounce pass knocked away by Cameron. It'll stay with Grayson County right in front of the official on the far side of the floor, J.R. Reed. So Grayson, you just need an early bucket in the second half.
Yeah. See it go through the hoop, calm your nerves a little bit here. Maybe they don't have any nerves anymore.
Langdon up top, gets the defender in the air, gets down to the elbow, drives, lost the dribble, hands it off to Armstrong. Not a good decision. Armstrong wasn't ready for it, and it's taken away. Lindsey, outlet to the right side to Jackson. Jackson bounce pass on the inside of Cameron, who spins down the lane. The reverse layup is good. On the inside, an immediate 4-0 run for St. X to start the third quarter, and the lead is back now to 10.
Yeah, tough decision down in the
Martis
post
drives into the lane, goes up, shot good, uses the bank, and Jagger Martis just drives right in and takes it himself.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to see a whole lot more of that. Jagger Martis penetrating and then getting your shooters open for him to kick.
In the corner, crossing up top to Jackson, right side now to Klein. He was held relatively quiet in the first half of play, and a foul reach-in is going to be called on Grayson County. It'll be called on Caden Gaither. That'll be his second.
Yeah,
the team's first.
For my money, Sam, that's a pretty cheap call.
Travis Johnston didn't agree. They throw it into Jackson, and he puts it in. Nobody stopped him. They've run that play a couple of times, and it's an easy lay-in for Jackson, who's only listed at 6'2", but I guarantee he's taller than that.
Yeah, he plays like he's about 6'8".
Left elbow, Gaither. Backs it off in between the circles. The right side to Langdon as Jackson comes out to put a hand in the face. Up top to Gaither. He gets Lindsey in the air. Backs it off. Step back three. Top side. Gaither puts it in.
That'll work, Sam.
He put Lindsay in the spin cycle, and Grayson County trying to stay in it now, down 7 with 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Looks like
Jeremiah Jackson on the right side. He's posting up on Armstrong. Now he'll pull up. Step back from 10. Shot no good. Rebound ripped away. It'll be a jump ball. Arrow will head towards Grayson County.
Everything going through Jackson right now for the Tigers. Oh.
It is a jump ball.
Jump ball, okay.
Yeah.
I think
the
they
Saint
were
X
wanting
fans
a foul,
wanted a foul, but it looked like a jump ball from our angle.
Of course it did.
I think because it actually legitimately was. Yeah,
I agree with you.
Martis comes right up the middle of the floor. Cougars trail by 7 points. They led this game 2-0 early. Then St. X opened it up to a huge advantage, 12-2. Led 19-6 at the end of the first quarter. Gaither right wing. Just hit a 3, drives in on Lindsay, tries to spin, goes up, creates his own space, crosses it to Langdon, steps into the left side 3, rattles out. Lindsay has the loose board. Cougars just can't buy a 3. They're 3 of 9 from three-point range in this game. They shoot at about 40% from 3 for the season. Not shot it well from there over the last 2 days, though. Jeremiah Jackson right side. Gives it to Cameron. Cameron in on Gaither, lowers his shoulder, gets the hole, and the basket's good for Cameron. He moves into double figures now with 10 points. Cameron is just very quick with the ball.
Very, very quick and very strong and physical whenever he goes up and downhill. A tough matchup for our guards.
Martis up top. Picked up by Klein. Klein deflects the pass into the backcourt. Martis is able to run it back down, though. Martis back up top now in between the circles to Logston, to Langdon. Langdon to the free throw line now. Steps back. Dribbles right side now to Armstrong. Cameron in the face of Armstrong. Lowers his shoulder. Armstrong gets the hole, doesn't get the roll, and the rebound taken off the head of Armstrong by Jordan Jackson.
Good take by Brody, just not able to finish at the rim.
Cougars have struggled finishing in this game. 35-26. St. X leads the game. Feeding into the post to Jackson. He's run backward, though, by Armstrong. Really good defense by Brody. Pretty much said, yeah, you get back out there. St. X again, they're going to be fine with running clock and using the no shot clock rule to their advantage.
Wow.
Step back 3 by Cameron is good on the left side. And Travis Johnston trying to take a timeout, and he does. St. X opened it up to another 12-point advantage. It's 38-26 with 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first half. And, Steven, the part of this timeout was probably to get Chase Ballnock back into the game.
Yeah, saw Chase coming up to check in, and I was wondering how long you were going to try to last with him off the floor, and he's obviously checking in, looks like now for Spencer Langdon, maybe, as the coaches huddle up to talk about, trying to get a bucket right here.
Coaches are all talking. The players are sitting on the bench right now. Spencer Langdon is standing and talking to himself. Cougars right now shooting just 29% from the field. St. X is shooting 52% from the field. And, it's just going to be tough to beat good teams when you have that much of a disparity between field goal percentages.
Yeah, you look, and a lot of times what you try to do as a coach is look at other team members that you might be able to exploit on defense, and you look down the list of the players for St. X, and there's no real hold, Sam. You got Klein and Cameron that really play really well out on the floor. Then you got the length of Lindsay and Jackson being so strong down in the post. Just a really impressive team from all facets of the game.
Grayson County trails this game 38-26, 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter here from the Final Four of the state tournament, playing a really good St. X team.
You think about the area that these players come from, and admittedly a team like St. X, they've got their pick of the kids in all of Louisville, and I don't know how many 100,000 kids there are coming up through the ranks in middle school, but you see a team like this and you think, man, they put together a nice squad.
Kevin Klein trying to lead St. X to the state championship game for the first time since 1962. That year they won the title. Out of the timeout, Grayson trails by 12 points. They have the ball. Armstrong in the left wing. Handoff pass to Gaither. Lindsey in his face. Gives it up top to Cameron. Right side now to Ballnock, who's into the game, who now also has a wrap on his left leg. Gaither, step back, he's fouled.
Wow.
There's the whistle. It was coming. I mean, I don't know how it took so long to blow, Stephen. Gaither's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws as Chief Coleman picks up his first foul.
He's done that a couple times, trying to lean into the defensive player against him, and like you said, I didn't think they were going to call it, and I don't know how they couldn't.
The first one time he did it, I was okay with a no call. That one, though, was rather egregious. Gaither did go 2 of 3 from the stripe yesterday, but misses the first one here.
Yeah,
he had been 1 for his last 12 entering the tournament.
Something Gaither really needs to work on in his game when he gets to the free throw line, because he's the type of player that can penetrate and get a lot of fouls.
Misses both free throws. Picked up by St. X. 38-26, 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Cougars have been in somewhat similar situations, but none against a team quite at the level of St. X. Inside to Jackson. Jeremiah Jackson, the double team comes as Ballnock comes over to help. Jackson gets around Armstrong, and a foul's going to be called, and they're going to count the basket. Brody Armstrong going to pick up his third foul.
Kind of an interesting set that they ran there, where they ran Lindsey down one side, maybe trying to look for a lob play, and then Jackson went down on the other side and curled around to that short corner where they were able to get it to him. A pretty nice play there for Coach Klein, drawing up for his team.
Langdon to enter, Armstrong to check out with those 3 fouls. Jackson 2 of 2 from the line. And the first free throw, the end one is good. It's 41-26, 3:13 remaining in the third quarter. Langdon breaks the timeline at the logo. Up the far side of the floor, behind the back dribble. Langdon in between the circles. Gives it left side now to Ballnock. Ballnock feeds into Gaither, pass deflected, loose ball, Ballnock dives in, and they're going to call a foul on that, Stephen. That's tough. Ballnock, I mean, no one had control of the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Ballnock. That's a very tough call on Ballnock.
Yeah, Coach Johnston had me blocked right there where I couldn't see what was going on. Looked like Cameron maybe already has a wrist taped up, and he's favoring it again.
41-26, St. X leads Grayson County. 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the third quarter as this is Cougar basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
.105.
41-26, Grayson County trails. 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And, Stephen, this is just one of these situations where, Grayson County has now gone 3:19 without scoring. They've had a couple of long scoreless droughts. St. X on an 8-0 run. You had a chance. And St. X is taking this game by its horns right now.
Yeah, there's been a couple times this year where we've kind of had droughts like that, but we've been able to come back on a team. But you look down at the other end, and I don't want to throw up the white towel of surrender quite yet, but you see the dogs that they put on the floor are pretty impressive players really at all 5 positions for the Tigers.
This team was the preseason #1 team in the state
for
a reason.
Yep.
And I vote in the KSR poll that comes out every week, and I think I voted them, what are we, we've probably done 15 or 16 polls just to say. I have voted them #1 in probably 13 of those. And sometimes I was the only one that voted them #1, but that's just because I think they're the best team in the state of Kentucky. Yeah, they've lost to some teams. Cal beat them by 1. Ballard beat them by 3. North Oldham beat them by 3. Mayle beat them. But other than that, there are not many teams, and those are all teams that I listed off that are pretty darn good. But in this tournament, I mean, yesterday they had their closest game of the entire postseason, and that was 2 points to North Laurel. Covington Catholic was the #2 team in the state by a lot of people, and They beat them by 14, and I don't even know that it was that close. St. X has the ball from right to left. Double team comes. They give it out to Cameron. Cameron picked up by Ballnock. Cameron flips. Shot's way short. Rebound tapped up in the air. Now spiked again, and it's run down by Cameron on the left side, and now a foul going to be called on Grayson County.
Chase Ballnock, I think, will pick up the foul.
No, it's on Brody Armstrong, and that's his fourth.
I didn't even see Brody involved in the play, and really frustrating, I know, where you can't even get momentum of the game going for calls.
St. X will shoot free throws the remainder of this game. 2:35 remaining here in the third quarter. St. X leads 41-26. Klein drives in, right side, flip shot no good. Rebound tapped into the air and run down by Langdon for Grayson County. And he was maybe fouled in the backcourt, and they throw it away. Right into the hands of Barry Cannon.
He was open, but he don't want it.
I think you probably could have called a foul on Jordan Jackson there in the backcourt as well.
Yeah, it's gut check right now for the Cougars, Sam.
You got to look and you got to say, somebody's going to have to step up and make a big shot, make a big play, maybe a steal and a takeaway the other side. We've seen some big moments like that. And who will make it? Jeremiah Jackson gives it to the other Jackson, and it's taken away by Grayson County. Gaither's got it. Cougars working right side to Martis. Martis spins around looking for help. Now he's left alone from three. Right side, dies on the back of the rim. That would have been a big shot. I would have almost liked Jagger as soon as he was in transition to pull it.
Yeah, he had Jack cutting down. Jack came open down on the post right there, but unable to get it to him.
Jeremiah Jackson on the left side, guarded by Ballnock, and a
Oh,
blocking foul is going to be called on Chase Ballnock for just standing there. And for Ballnock, that's going to be his second. Travis Johnston is letting the official Raymond Lightfoot have it. And that is going to be free throws as well.
Just a tough break there. Like you said, Chase was just in the wrong place at the right time.
If anything else, I think it's a play on.
Absolutely.
Jackson makes the first free throw, does Jeremiah Jackson. St. X's lead is now 16 points, their largest lead of the game. Looking to make it 17. And it's no good. Long rebound, chased down by Jackson. He goes down the right side, layup good.
Another tough break for the Cougars there. Jackson went after the ball harder than everybody else did and was rewarded with it.
44-26. St. X leads Grayson County. 1:26 remaining in the game. Cougars shooting just 28% from the field. Logston up top, picked up by Jackson. Logston goes down the left side, step back from 15 on the left side, and it's no good. And Josh Lindsay jumps out of the gym to get that rebound, and now Chase Ballnock is going to be called for a foul in the backcourt, and Chase is hot right now.
Yeah, going to have to calm Chase down a little bit. He obviously didn't like the call, but you got to keep your head.
That's Chase's third. And he's going to yell at Travis Johnston, and I think probably Travis and Brett are saying, yell at us.
Pretty impressive rebound by Lindsay right
Chase
there.
says he got all ball. I mean, Josh Lindsay, I think his head was above the backboard going to grab that.
His
and
hands
Lindsay
were 3 feet.
Lindsay is only about 6 feet tall. He is just an excellent player as he makes his first free throw here. It's only his third point of the game, but Josh Lindsay has offers already. He's a sophomore from Auburn, Virginia Tech, Kent State, Ohio, EKU, and LaSalle. He's also been on unofficial visits right here where we are, the University of Kentucky, and also U of L. St. X up 20. 46-26, 1:08 remaining in the game. Gaither on the right side. Defender in the air was Lindsay. Got him to bite again. Langdon, deep three, top side. No good. Long rebound chased down by Josh Lindsay. Lindsay, outlet into the middle to Johnson. Johnson over the left side, gives it back to Jackson into the corner. Klein, open three, it's good. St. X has opened this one up. Cougars only scored 5 points in the quarter. And it's 49-26 with 40 seconds remaining in the game in the third quarter. Martis back to Logston. Logston up top. Step back right side three for Logston. It's another miss for Grayson County and another rebound for St. X. Outlet comes to the near side to Lindsay, and Kevin Klein says we're going to hold for the final shots. The St. X faithful to the left, they come to their feet as Jeremiah Jackson comes across the near side. 8 seconds remaining in the game. 49-26. Down to 5 seconds. Jackson drives to the hole, flip shot, good. Southern Illinois commits. Gaither with a right-hand shot, and it's no good as it goes towards the Grayson County student section. At the end of the third quarter, it is St. X leading Grayson County 51-26. This is Cougar basketball, presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Ever struggle to find a place where everyone can have a good time? Whether it's guys' night out, girls' night out, or the whole family, Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill has you covered. Celebrate with the team after the game. Enjoy live music or enjoy the cornhole tournament. The arcade games keep the kids entertained while you enjoy happy hour discounts on drinks and appetizers. With a full menu of the longer favorites, there's something for everyone. Find Hometown Hangout on Lest Might Oak in Litchfield.
Living on the lake is a luxury. Lake homeowners have been supplementing their properties with the best quality rock, stone, and asphalt products from Scotty's Contracting and Stone for years. Scotty's Quarry has been serving our lake customers with cleaner, underground mined, pure limestone for driveways, landscaping, and construction projects. Our crushed stone products can also be used to assist in erosion control near waterways. If you live on the lake, contact Scotty's Contracting and Stone for an estimate on high-quality products and service at 270-259-5696.
St. X leads Grayson County 51-26 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of play. Sam and Steven with you here. And Steven, you know, if you're Grayson County right now, you're probably looking at each other and saying, boys, is this how we want to go out?
Yeah, you've got an opportunity to, we're not going to concede yet, but just a superior team that you're going up against as far as talent across the board. But you've got an opportunity to climb back into this one and make it respectable as we start the fourth quarter being 51-26.
I mean, they've got more resources, they've got access to more things and so on. And listen, if you're Grayson County, you've got a ton to be proud of right now, but they don't want to go out this way. There's no question about that.
And who knows, you hit a few shots here and maybe get their attention a little bit, Sam.
Right now, Grayson County being led in scoring by 7 points by Jack Logston. He's got 6 points and 3 assists as well. Brody Armstrong does check back into the game. He does have those 4 fouls, something to keep in mind. 51-26 here at the start of the fourth quarter.
Jackson really been the difference maker as he brings the ball up.
Klein on the left wing for St. X. They lead 51-26 here in this game. Klein deep on the right side. This is probably where St. X is going to run a lot of clock. They want to save their legs as much as they can because they think they have a date a little bit later on tonight against either GRC or North Oldham. Jackson on the left side. He'll pull up from 15 left side. Misses the shot. Feels like first time he's missed all night. Logs him with the rebounds.
You got to stop. Now you got to score.
You're going to have to score relatively quick as well. Gaither right side. Into Langdon. Langdon curls around in the lane. Free throw line jumper for Langdon is good for Spencer Langdon. Only the second shot he's made in today's game.
Don't have a 20-point bucket out there, Sam, so you're just going to have to chip away.
7 minutes remaining in the game. 51-28. St. X leads Grayson. Lindsay up top, bounce pass back now to Jackson. Jackson drives around Langdon, gets the hole, flip shot good.
Yeah, his penetration has just been so difficult because he's so wide and strong whenever he takes it to the hole.
24 points for Jeremiah Jackson here in today's game. He averages 16, committed to play basketball at Southern Illinois, and he's going to play for the Salukis. Yeah. Gaither, downhill drive, he's fouled.
I think it's going to be on Lindsay, yeah.
That'll be Lindsay's third. And send Gaither back to the line. He's 0 of 2 in today's game.
And behind Gaither, and he will have 2.
Gaither gets the roll on that one. That thing rolled all the way around on the rim and nearly stopped.
I thought it was going to stop on the back of the rim there.
And if there would have been something Caden Gaither would, as he makes both free throws there, he'd have been like, that's just my luck.
Yeah.
With how much it's been not his year at the free throw line. One stops in the back of the rim. Makes both of them, though. St. X leads 53-30 with 6:20 remaining in the game. Back now to Jeremiah Jackson. He leads all scorers with 24 points. He's been outstanding today. Go along with 8 rebounds. 3 in the far corner. Not there. Rebounded by Klein. Put back, blocked by Gaither, but there's Lindsey to put it up. His second chance is no good. Run down by Klein in the corner, though. Klein, 3 with Armstrong's hand in the face. No good. Langdon with a rebound for Grayson County. Langdon splits the defense. He goes right up the middle. Has Martis in the corner. Martis curls over to the left. 3 left side. Just a little bit too much on it. Rebound in the air. Volleyball with it. And it's won by Jordan Jackson. He'll throw it up to Klein. Klein throws it up for Jackson, who lays it in at the rim.
Yeah, Jack did about everything he could. Got a couple tips as the Cougars come back quick.
Gaither in the corner to Logston. He'll do a corner 3. It's good for Jack Logston. First shot from the field made by Jack Logston in the game. He'll move into double figures, though, with that shot. 55-33, 5:14 remaining in the fourth quarter, and a foul in the backcourt going to be called on Jagger Martis.
Yeah, Jackson just so strong, able to hold them off with one hand, protecting the ball as Chief Cameron checks back into the game to replace Klein.
And he replaces number 2, Connor Klein.
(55-33), 5:08 remaining here in this game. Historic season for Grayson County basketball. Lindsey, double team comes. Get it back outside to Jackson. The Cougar student section over to our right. They were wanting a walk. Jackson into the corner now to Johnson. Johnson picks the dribble up to Lindsey. Lindsey drives downhill, gets the hole, and lays it in.
Really smooth and athletic, gets off the floor really quick.
Right side Gaither. It's no secret as to why he's going to be playing high-level D1 basketball.
Good
Gaither
pass.
hands it off to Langdon, and it's deflected and rejected out of bounds by Jordan Jackson. I mean, that's the thing with this St. X team is they have 3 guys who are going to be playing high-level D1 basketball. And then you look at Cameron. He's committed to play at Indiana Wesleyan, who is in NAIA school, has won 3 national championships since 2014. Logston 3 on the right side, missed, picked up by Cameron. Cameron will outlet it to Jordan Jackson. Jordan Jackson, flip in transition, way too strong. Langdon has the rebound. Langdon to Martis up the near side of the floor. Martis curls it around into the corner to Gaither. Pump fake. Gaither back now to Armstrong on the right side. Step back, right side 3 for Brody. It's short and picked up by Lindsey. Lindsey weaves it all the way around and back now to Jackson. St. X leads 57-33 with 4 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah, just no answer, Sam, and haven't shot the ball like we've seen the team shoot the ball this year. And you contribute a lot of that to the defense that St. X has been able to play as well.
Again, St. X more than fine with running some clock as it appears they will advance to the state championship game later tonight against either GRC or North Oldham. Wide open on the block, layup good, put in by Bryce Johnson. Johnson's first points of the game.
Coach Johnson trying to line up the defense and just let somebody get behind him.
59-33, 3:20 remaining in the game. Langdon up top. And Lindsey shoves off Martis. 3 missed by Langdon on the right side. I don't know how they missed that, Steven.
Yeah, you still want to make the right calls in the game, and Lindsey definitely pushed off right there.
They're going to throw up another opportunity. Jackson catches it and goes for a reverse jam on the inside. Jordan Jackson puts it in, and there's going to be a timeout on the floor taken here. It'll be a 30-second timeout, and it looks like St. X might be clearing the benches as Travis Johnston is just wanting this to be maybe a substitution timeout or not. He's going to want to take it that way as St. X is going to clear the bench here with 2:58 remaining in the game. We will take it with us. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. Board certified in internal and geriatric medicine, he's dedicated to managing chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
St. X has cleared the bench as they lead Grayson County 61-33 with 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in this game. And Travis Johnston is going to put Chase Bonnock into the game, and Martis 3 top side short. It's just been that kind of night for Grayson County. Just have not been able to get the shot to drop. St. X shooting over 50% from the field as well. 3, deep one, top side by St. X. That's missed by Gar, rebounded by Martis. Martis then tries to do a jump pass to Logsdon, and it's saved in bounds by St. X. Throwing down to the left block, shot good in transition by Campbell Weber. 2 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the game. It'll be immediate timeouts coming at the next whistle. Langdon handoff to Gaither. Gaither on the right side. He spins on the lane. Pull up, and the jumper in the lane is good for Gaither on the inside. And a foul in the backcourt is going to be called on Spencer Langdon. That'll be immediate timeout and allow these seniors to come off the floor here as Grayson County will clear the bench as well. We'll take a timeout. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the game. St. X leads 63-35. This is Cougar Basketball, presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? Ah! And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. Ah! And they're there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Paul Duda Hudson State Farm in Litchfield, 270-287-0287.
Cougar Basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Here to Rupp Arena, 63-35. Grayson County trails this game. And, Stephen, this has just been an incredible season for Grayson County basketball. They've cleared the benches right now.
Well, we talked about it over the last couple of games. Will these kids be able to appreciate it now? Probably not. But they're going to look back on this maybe this summer, maybe sometime down the road, and they're going to have an extreme amount of pride for what they were able to do. And man, you run into a buzzsaw, and St. X is just really, really good. You tip your hat to them and Coach Klein for what they've been able to do, and really just an impressive team. You wish them the best of luck tonight, but I haven't seen a team in the state of Kentucky that could play with them.
They are the favorites for a reason. Grayson has cleared the bench. The shot in the lane is good by Braylon Gar for St. X. Chase Bonnock into the game. Looks like he might even have a black eye now, Stephen, as well. Evan Hasty, Camden Sanders is Bonnock's shot off the left side. It's no good, rebounded by Gar. Shotgun also into the game. Stephen, got to get him a shot here.
Absolutely.
Gar misses the shot on the inside. Camden Sanders has it. You got to get him a shot here. We got to end this on a positive note here. Sanders on the right side. Sanders gets a screen from Payne. Handoff pass to Shotgun. Up top to Payne. Buddy, pull it.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you're triple team. Sanders, he'll take a three. Dies on the back of the rim. Rebounded by St. X with 1:10 remaining in the game. Up top. Shot, no good. Rebound, knocked back off to the right side to Bell. Driving in. Bell back out into the corner. Three by Milliner. No good. Back iron. Rebounded by Trig Payne for Grayson County. And Payne is now fouled. And Parker Willis is going to come into the game, as will Zach Snyder and Chuck Gaither going to come into the game. Chase Bonnock going to come off the floor for the final time as a Grayson County basketball player, and he deserves definitely. He played himself one heck of a tournament.
Yes, he absolutely did. And Chase has been a guy all year that's been the motor and been a spark plug and just so many things you could say about him. And he's got high hopes in the baseball season if he does as well.
He's an Asbury baseball commit.
If he does as well on the field as he did on the hardwood for his senior year.
Gaither. Chuck has it in the backcourt now. Up the far side of the floor, and he is fouled by Jarrett.
The foul is on number 12, Jarrett. That's his first, team's third.
Shotgun over in the corner where he likes to stand post up. Man, it'd be
up
sweet
top
to give him one.
43 seconds remaining in the game here. Gaither, he'll pull up from 18 top side. The bank is open for Chuck.
Good for him.
65-37. Bounce pass to the lane, losing it on the way up as Petter tried to dunk it. Out to the right side, three missed. Rebounded by Payne, and he saves it into the hands of Parker Willis. Willis then throws it back to Payne. Payne has the defense
Probably
split,
fouled.
and it's taken away by Saint X. And it's going to be a lay-in for the Tigers down the right side. Put in for Saint X. And it's a timeout here, and they're going to allow Shotgun an opportunity to come off the floor. With 8.6 seconds left, Camden Sanders going to come in. And Shotgun Lambert going to come off the floor here for the last time as a Grayson County Cougar. And man, Stephen, what a great kid.
Yeah.
Gives a big hug to his head coach, Travis Johnston. He has a lot to be proud of, and so does this entire team.
Absolutely he does. And Shotgun, not the guy that was on the floor very much, but an emotional leader for the team, a fan favorite, and you just hate to see that he won't be wearing that orange and blue on the court anymore, Sam, but he'll be there in the crowd.
67-37 is the game right now. 4 seconds remain. Sanders drives in, gets the hole, flip shot, no good, and that'll do it. An incredible season for Grayson County ends in the Final Four. Final score, Saint Xavier 67, Grayson County 37. This team, Stephen, has a whole heck of a lot to be proud of. And they are going to hold their heads high as they should. And this crowd, this big orange crowd over to our right, I think we're just going to keep it live as they walk off the floor here. I think they might have a trophy presentation as well for the Cougars as a state semifinalist. But man, they will get a trophy here. And we'll see if maybe we can't even get to get out there and take a picture. But again, your final score today, Grayson County falls in the Final Four, 67-37.
Well, Sam, you think
Listen to this crowd.
Yeah.
They deserve that standing ovation without question as this goes along, as they're going to talk all-tournament team right now as well to see those representatives.
Yeah, you think about a day in Kentucky high school basketball, and this is the day a champion will be crowned, and to be able to play on that same calendar day and be one of the best 4 teams in the state tournament is so special for these guys, and there'll be a lot more to be said.
It was a great run, and it comes to an end here today. St. X will play in the state championship game. Let's turn over to the PA announcer here.
Your attention to the team in Grayson County with its and recognize 2 members of the Morgan & Morgan and are members of the Athletic Association of Kentucky and 20 Morgan from Grayson County. Number 2, Spencer Langner. And also named to the 2026 Morgan & Morgan All-Tournament Team from Grayson County, number 24, Jack Logsdon. And now, Grayson County will receive its semifinals trophy for the UK Healthcare Boys Sweet 16, Grayson County. And once again, congratulations, Grayson County, on a great season. And thanks to Morgan & Morgan for the continued support of the KHSAA.
Saint Xavier fans on the mic.
This has been Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix K105. Sponsored in part by Future Designs Building Materials, Duda Hudson State Farm, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, Midway Pharmacy, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone. Hometown Hangout, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, State Farm Agent Carter Harrell, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools. Now get set for the fifth quarter show on the Twin Lakes Best Mix K105.
Because your health matters.
Midway Pharmacy doesn't have the largest selection of perfume, and that's likely because they spend more time making sure you're healthy and less time making sure you smell pretty. At Midway Pharmacy, you're getting more than a pharmacy. You're getting a pharmacist who's committed to working with you on all things health-related.
Because your health matters.
Experience what matters the most when you visit any county-wide location of Midway Pharmacy.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. Board certified in internal and geriatric medicine, he's dedicated to managing chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
Homeowners, especially on the lake, have most likely experienced or will experience water erosion on their properties. There is a solution and preventative measures that can protect against this type of erosion. With the help of products and service from Scotty's Contracting and Stone, crushed rock road enhancements can provide erosion control and shoreline protection. Well-designed and maintained erosion control helps ensure that today's beautiful and safe landscapes remain so tomorrow. To discuss erosion control and shoreline restoration solutions with Scotty's Contracting, call 270-259-5696.
It's peace of mind when life takes an unexpected turn. It's knowing someone's got your back, whether you're on the road or at home. It's the assurance that your family's future is protected, no matter what. It's the personalized service from someone who truly cares about your needs. It's the unmatched reliability of State Farm. Meet Carter Harrell, your State Farm agent in Litchfield. You're going to like how he's always there for you. Visit State Farm agent Carter Harrell today.
The fifth quarter show on K105 is sponsored in part by Future Designs Building Materials, Duda Hudson State Farm, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, Midway Pharmacy, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone. Hometown Hangout, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, State Farm Agent Carter Harrell, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools. And now, the fifth quarter show with Sam Gormley on K105.
An incredible season for Grayson County comes to a close here today in the state Final Four. They lose to St. X by the final score of 67-37. And honestly, Stephen, the final score means nothing.
No, it doesn't. And, you know, it's tough right now. It's always tough to end on a loss, but this team has the absolute right to hold their head high. One of the guys that was just leaving here, he said these kids are not going to have to buy their own food in your all's town for quite a while. And, we want to definitely thank everyone that listened in to us, but the guys behind me for another team were talking about how awesome it was to see all of the orange down here on the end zone and to talk about the support that we got from the crowd or from the whole community and the really around the state. I was getting texts from different people. The third region was represented very well, and we appreciate everybody listening to us and appreciate everybody that was able to make it out to the games.
I mean, you just have to be so incredibly proud of this group. There's just no other way to put it than that.
Yeah, you do. You look back and you think, I know you talked a lot about that Woodward game that started out, and that game, you see a couple players on there that legitimately have a chance to be playing at the very highest level with the NBA someday. And then you look at some of these cats that they finished their season with, that Lindsey and Johnson and Jackson, and I don't know what all the other names were. But that's not the first time or not the last time that you're going to hear several of those names, especially they've got two of them, I think, that started were sophomores. So I really wouldn't be surprised if the Cougars run into them in the state tournament next year.
That would be great. That would be really cool to see Grayson County get back here. And, I mean, you think about these seniors, too, and obviously we're going to talk a lot more about this as the broadcast goes along. Brody Armstrong, Jagger Martis, Chase Bonnock, Bryson Lambert. I mean, just a group of four that all understood and accepted their role, and they're hard to miss. Hard to they're going to be hard rather to fill the shoes up.
Yeah, hard to replace. And you look at just the amount of preparation that goes into basketball. And I know I always hated conditioning, and then you think about the workouts that they did in the summer and the times that they went to the gym probably when nobody else was in there to work on their shot and to work on their ball handling, and all those things are kind of culminated over the last few days whenever they made it here to the Sweet 16 to play on the greatest basketball court in the world at Rupp Arena.
Grayson County again falls tonight in the KHSAA Final Four by the final score of 67-37. As St. X will advance to tonight's state championship game where they will either play GRC or North Oldham. That game will happen at 7:30 Eastern time, but obviously we will not have a coverage of that. But if you want to listen to that, you can head over to WMTL tonight, and you will be able to listen to that game. As I'm not sure who will have the broadcast of it tonight, if it'll be Greg and Cameron or Jody and Dick, and how they'll compare it up there. But what a great season coming up here on our fifth quarter show. We'll talk to Coach Travis Johnston. We'll be sure that that happens here. I know that they're very stickler about the rules about whether that they come up there. And Cameron Mills is going to talk to us. We're going to. Cameron's going to talk to the Grayson County people. Hey, Cameron.
Hello, fellas. Congratulations. I know it stinks. It absolutely stinks.
It does.
But furthest you all have ever gotten in Sweet 16. First time here in how many years? Well,
2009.
09. That's right. But in the Final Four, and I be honest, I was so impressed with your all's crowd all week. But it kind of expected as they got further along, more and more people from Litchfield will come up here, and it's been so much fun to watch that happen. I love your all's town. I love your county, and just proud of those boys because that was a juggernaut they ran into.
Yes.
A juggernaut that's played somewhat inconsistently as they did in the second quarter today, but they had 3 quarters of utter domination. They're just that good, but your kids just handled it well all week. So congratulations to Litchfield, Grayson County, and thank you all for coming up and supporting your kids.
Absolutely. They deserve it, and thank
Yeah,
you.
they do.
Thank you. That's Cameron Mills, UK legend. Glad he came over there. That's really nice, Stephen. I'm glad that we were on air too when that happened.
Yeah, something that he didn't have to do, but it's been fun seeing him come along through here and to just tip his hat to the Cougars. And I know people will be going back and listening to this for a long time. But it's pretty high cotton around these parts when you got Cameron Mills bragging on your team.
Coming up on our fifth quarter show, we'll talk to Coach Johnston. It'll probably be. It'll
be a little bit more because St. X will have the first press conference.
They will, and then we'll talk to Coach Travis Johnston, and I know that he cannot be any more proud of this group, and we'll talk more about that as this night goes along. Again, Grayson County falls tonight 67-37 in the KHSAA Final Four. We'll come back, have more after this. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Okay, babe, this new home insurance, I'm bugging out.
Why did you say bugging? Ah! And why are you bugging?
I don't know what I'm doing. Why aren't you bugging?
Because we just need a State Farm agent. That's what they do. They help people understand their insurance and not bug out about it. Ah! And they're like there when you need them. Now quit bugging and say the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Paul Duda Hudson State Farm in Litchfield, 270-287-0287.
From preschool to prepared, from ready to grow to ready to do, where new becomes normal and me becomes we, as each adventure builds resilience and flexibility, and teamwork, communication, problem solving, and responsibility give way to achievement in the classroom, on the field, and in the spotlight. Achievements measured in inches lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential meets purpose. Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to Rupp Arena. Grayson County falls today in the Sweet 16 Final Four. Final score was 67-37 against Saint X. And I mentioned this a couple of times, Stephen. I don't know that it's really that important for us to even mention the final score anymore, because I think the most important thing is 27 wins this year for Grayson County.
27 wins, making it to the Final Four, semifinals of state. And, again, we've already said it a few times, but playing on the last day is something that's really special. And, there were, 200 and something other teams not playing today. So you tip your hat to –
including some really darn good ones.
Yeah, exactly right. But you tip your hat to St. X, and this one hurts right now, but looking forward to celebrating this team for a long time.
And they deserve everything that they get. I mean, you think back to this season, you mentioned the Woodward game to open up the year. Just a really fun start to the season. They lose by 5 on the road down there, and then they rip off 3 straight, go to the King of the Bluegrass and lose 3 straight games. And I think everybody was kind of like, well, maybe this team isn't quite as good as we had hoped or had thought. And then they said, well, thumbs to you guys, 13 straight wins, including beating a good Danville Christian team. That Henry County game, Stephen, you remember that game where they shot, I think, 100% from the field? I know they did not miss a 2, and I think it went 16 of 30 from 3.
Yeah, Brody Armstrong, I think he had 16 or 17 threes himself in that game, maybe.
Well, that's the Danville Christian one.
Oh, that was the Danville Christian, yeah, but that
Henry County.
At Henry County in that post-Christmas tournament there. But, you look at that King of the Bluegrass, and how much you'd love to go back and have Jagger Martis healthy, because he was such a big piece to this team all year, and him going down with that ankle injury, and it ripped his heart out and definitely played a factor in the performance of the Cougars there. But then going on that win streak, and I know you got to be there for almost all of them, and I was there unless the girls were playing somewhere else. And I've said it to Coach Johnston several times, and we just played really good basketball a lot this year, and I think anybody that would have watched us would have appreciated that, including UK legend Cameron Mills.
Yeah, I mean, you think of it too. I mean, didn't lose a game in the region.
Yep.
Won the region. I mean, that game against Davis County is going to go down as one of the best games you've probably ever seen.
Yeah, I haven't let myself go back and watch it yet. But I did go back and watch the fourth quarter of the regular season game whenever we were able to beat Davis County, and that was their only 2 losses to teams in the state of Kentucky, I think.
Yeah, because they lost to GRC, but it was a forfeit because you played an ineligible player.
And then GRC plays here in a few minutes.
They do.
Yeah.
They do against North Oldham, a team that Grayson County played at the King of the Bluegrass.
Yeah, so you think about all of the names that get notoriety in high school basketball, and for at least the 26th season, Grayson County's got to be in that conversation.
And I think a lot of credit to, this coaching staff, I think, doesn't get enough credit for the job that they've done.
Yeah, Coach Johnson has always talked about how the preparation has been on Coach Hill, and then you look at the bench and you see Ethan Meredith, you see him going with the JV team. You got Coach Galloway going with the freshman team, and then you got a guy like Brett Johnson, I think, who would lay his life on the line for any of these people. And then you got the gray ghost sitting here on the end, and Daryl Meredith, who's probably watched as much high school basketball as anybody in the state.
And if he can coach you, he can coach anybody.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've kidded a little bit about my freshman team possibly being the worst team ever compiled, but just again, you give it to the players, and I know the coaches will probably deflect a little bit of the praise, but great job by the coaches as well.
They deserve a lot of credit. These players deserve a ton of credit as well. They're heartbroken right now.
Yeah, one more thing. Mark just sent me a text, and he said, Coach Klein, and I'm reading this from Mark, Coach Klein just spent about 30 seconds raving on the fans and community, really impressed with Litchfield and beyond, and he actually said that during his interview.
Cameron Mills said the same thing, and Stephen, it's hard to say why you wouldn't say that.
Yeah, you look up, and every game that we've been up here for the third time now, and you see just that flood of orange down here in the end zone, and then you would look out in some of the other places where people had bought tickets in the regular sections to watch some of the other games, and there's been a whole lot of orange in here today.
A lot of orange, a lot to love, and this crew has a lot to be proud of as this goes along. Again, Grayson County falls tonight to St. X. We'll come back and have a little bit more. Again, we are going to have to wait a while to get to Coach Johnston, as it is going to be a extended post-game for them. I'm sure if Mark just said that Coach Klein was talking, so we've probably got another 10 minutes or so until Coach Jay will make his way out to talk with us. So we'll take a break, come back with a little bit more. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Smith Overhead Door is redefining entryways in Litchfield, where every click of the remote promises reliability. It's not just about opening doors, it's about lasting assurance. We offer a service that inspects each part, making sure your door system thrives. With our service agreement with inspections up to 4 times a year, we spot the signs of wear before they whisper a problem, saving you more than just peace of mind. Opt for a 2-year plan and the savings rise. Make sure you get out the door with Smith Overhead Door at sohd.info. We're not just opening doors, we're opening possibilities.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Ever struggle to find a place where everyone can have a good time? Whether it's guys' night out, girls' night out, or the whole family, Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill has you covered. Celebrate with the team after the game. Enjoy live music or enjoy the cornhole tournament. The arcade games keep the kids entertained while you enjoy happy hour discounts on drinks and appetizers. With a full menu of the longer favorites, there's something for everyone. Find Hometown Hangout on Lest Might Oak in Litchfield.
It's peace of mind when life takes an unexpected turn. It's knowing someone's got your back, whether you're on the road or at home. It's the assurance that your family's future is protected, no matter what. It's the personalized service from someone who truly cares about your needs. It's the unmatched reliability of State Farm. Meet Carter Harrell, your State Farm agent in Litchfield. You're going to like how he's always there for you. Visit State Farm agent Carter Harrell today.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
County falls tonight in the Final Four of the state by a final score of 67-37. I believe Coach Johnston will be making his way to us here in just a few minutes as he just wrapped up his press conference. He's probably going to go in and talk to his guys a little bit more, and Stephen, that is a little bit more important than talking to us. No question about that.
Yeah, it's a special time when a coach has the last conversation. I can remember really more so my college final game whenever our coach came in and we were playing in a national tournament and, not to the hype of the people around here, but it was a really big deal to us at the time. And I can remember our coach coming in and asking the seniors, he said, what do you want to say to these guys? And, through tears in my eyes and voice cracking, you just tell those guys how much you love them and how much you appreciate the way that they have helped the team get to a point to where they got to, and that's probably what your seniors will be saying now if they are able to come up with the words to be able to say to their teammates, just thank you for making this year so memorable.
And we'd say the same thing to them.
We absolutely would.
And I know we can speak on behalf of all of Grayson County on just how unbelievably proud of this group. And listen, it hurts, but man, and there will come a day, and it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be in the next week, where they'll be able to look back and go, man, we just did something that was pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it's funny, I had to borrow some money at the Rupp rally from a guy because I bought a picture of this team and haven't figured exactly yet where I'll be able to put it up yet. So maybe hopefully somewhere.
Above the bed?
So yeah, so may take Eli off the mantle and put that picture up in the living room. But just a special group, and I know I've said that word special probably 100 times over the last couple of weeks, but it's really the only word that I can think of that is halfway fitting.
I mean, again, you've mentioned it a couple of times. You're playing on the last day of basketball.
Yeah, and I mean, you look out right now and you see that UK logo, and Mark made a comment yesterday. He said, I thought for a few minutes Grayson County was going to be alive longer than Kentucky was in this basketball season. And, amazing shot by 00 Oway that put it into overtime. And had it not been for that, then we would have been playing longer than the Wildcats. But you see that UK and you see the emblem of the state and you see that SEC logo, and man, this is just a really, really cool place. And to get to step on that floor and to wear your team colors would be an awesome time.
Yeah, you never got to experience that. I never got to experience that. I mean, my high school went 2 years after I was in school. So I never really got to experience it as a fan of, as a student. It's cool not just for the players. It's cool for the students, for the band. Like I think of Owen.
Yeah, Nacho.
Nacho. Yeah, he's in the band, and him being a huge Kentucky fan, I'm sure he has loved getting to play his instrument in Rupp Arena. I know, a couple of our other crew members have ridden the pep bus up, and they've had just a blast. I've gotten text message from them just saying how much fun they've had and everything. And that is just what makes this so special, is the community that they created. I mean, I look down our Facebook, for those of you that were listening that way, I mean, insane amounts. And what I tell y'all is, where are y'all during the regular season?
Mm-hmm.
Come join us there. And the best part about during the regular season, you can actually see it.
You can watch it for free, and it's been a lot of fun, Sam, to sit in this chair next to you. I know I'm the last one to call myself a professional in this seat underneath this headstone or headstone.
Whoa, that's one way to go here.
underneath this headphone. But man, it's been a whole lot of fun for me to be able to sit next to you, to grab your arm and scare you to death whenever you would see a shot going up, and to be able to celebrate the team, and now to have a little bit remorse for what we hoped for would be another game this afternoon. But for me personally, I really appreciate you and Mark letting me do this and get to be one of the Grayson County Cougars.
Well, we appreciate you, too. You bring the energy to the broadcast. There's no question about that. The excitement. And I think the Jagamartas will go down in history.
I think Cameron Mills kind of put it best the other day when he was talking about the stats, and you handed him last year's, and he said, "Why do you have last year's stats?" Sam's like, "Yeah, well, just try to keep them." And then Sam shows him his cards, and he said, "Let me guess, you're the play-by-play guy." And Sam says, "Yes, I am." And then he looks at me. Or he tells them, he said, "All you guys are the same. You're all are so prepared." And then he looks at me and he said, "Let me guess, you got nothing." And I said, "I don't have anything. I just show up with a pad and a pen." And want to give one more shout out to our buddy Keller. We've had the 3D printed hype chain. It's been right here on the desk for the whole state tournament, and this one will get to go in the trophy case as well.
100%, yeah. And, you think, too, as well, as we're still waiting on Coach Johnson again. He's talking to his team probably right now. Probably didn't get the chance to fully talk to them because he had to do the post-game interview. But he, when you look ahead to what this program can do next year, I mean, Jack Longston, like, Stephen, this is a legitimate thing we can talk about. He will be in the conversation for Mr. Basketball next year.
Yeah,
and I think did he play great in this tournament? No. But he did. The thing that stood out the most to me about Jack is he didn't shoot the ball particularly well here, but he rebounded at a high level.
Yeah, he didn't let the bad shooting carry over to other facets of the game. And, you look against some of the guys that we were going up against. You go back to the Taylor County game when Close was banging down low and he got double-digit rebounds. And then yesterday against Orem, Jack was right there in the mix the whole time. And then you look at this squad of absolute freak athletes for St. X and the team that they put on the floor. Just a really good showing by him, even though he probably would like to have scored more.
Spencer Langdon next year, that's going to be a huge. Caden Gaither getting a full summer in this system, I think, will be very helpful for him. And then you got some of these younger guys, too, that are going to be coming up. I like the little bit I saw from, like, a Zach Snyder. Mm-hmm. You've got some stuff that you've seen there. Charlie Gaither, I think, he grew so much this past summer that I think he didn't really know what to do with his body.
Yep.
And listen, if you grew that much, it's everybody.
I did.
And it's tough.
I grew about 6 inches, I think, in a year and a half or something like that from middle school to high school. And it's just the clumsiness is, well, as I've said before, I'm still clumsy today. But just, there's a lot of bright days in front of him. And then you look at Trig Payne and Evan Hasty when they came off the bench, and I guarantee you one of them, every time they got on the floor, were getting a rebound. They weren't afraid to mix it up. Their football background, not afraid to mix it up down low in the paint. And just a host of guys that are
Camden Sanders, we didn't even mention Camden.
Camden Sanders is going to get a whole lot more minutes next year, and, just really impressive.
And then, Parker Willis as well. I think, he didn't play a ton, but, man, he came in there and he'd always fight. And, listen, this program has a very bright future. And a lot of that credit goes to what Travis Johnston has done in building this. And I think also the credit goes to, the coaching staff and so on, but also the community, from experiencing this. And I don't think these guys realize what they did for Cougar basketball in 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road this year. Because you think of those little junior pro kids.
Yep. You think of the little Cougs that set up top every time. And at one point, I think in the district tournament, maybe they were louder than the student section was. They had their posters. They had all of their gear that they were packing in as well. As the other two teams take the floors, you can hear the band playing in the background, North Oldham and GRC, as they prepare for their semifinal. But, you think about this program for the next 10 years, I think is in a pretty good place.
Without question. And a lot of credit goes to you at home. Because, listen, if you made the trip to Rupp and you don't go to many games in person during the regular season, come out and support these guys for sure.
Absolutely.
They deserve it. Pack the Cougar Den because the season opener next year is going to be here before we know it. I know I talked a little bit to Coach Johnston about – I was asking him, have you done any scheduling work? And he was talking about maybe some potential for tournaments and so on. But
there's going to be a lot of calls he makes that won't get answered.
Yes, and there's some that have to get answered that probably they wish they didn't have to answer.
Yeah.
But then again, there'll probably be some calls that he'll take that he'd be like, well, okay, bring it on. Like St. X, you know, maybe that's a conversation that's had. You know, Grayson almost played. I don't know that this was ever released publicly, but the season's over now, Steve. They almost played Ballard on a Saturday. They were supposed to obviously play Mayo. I mean, those are two really good teams. And the one thing you can say about Travis, you can say whatever you want about Travis Johnston, but he'll play anybody. And
it picked up that Warren Central game, a few days before.
24 hours.
Okay, 24 hours. And, you know, you look at Warren Central making it to the Sweet 16 that ran into a tough North Laurel team, I think it was, in the second game. Or no, they played on, I don't know, it all kind of runs together now. But not afraid to back down from anybody.
Seems like Coach Jay is still talking with his team in the locker room right now. And, again, we are going to wait to talk. Obviously, you at home still listening with us, so you want to hear from Coach and hear what he has to say, because as much as this might hurt, I'm sure he's probably never been more proud to put on that black Grayson County sweatshirt that he wears on the sideline than he has been these last 4 weeks.
Yeah, you know, he'll be the one that he'll have time to reflect over the next couple of weeks. And, you know, there'll probably be times where you think, well, man, we should have done this and we should have done that in certain situations. But overall, I don't think anybody would look at this team and say anything but it's been a success.
I think maybe the kid in the corner here running the baseline that just passed, you think maybe his dad's around here that we could talk to him?
Yeah, he probably is, as Pierre Rondo takes the floor with the North Oldham, what are they, Jaguars?
They are the Mustangs.
Mustangs, that's right. North Laurel was the Jaguars. But yeah, you think about the heritage of the teams that have stepped on this floor, and maybe even more than that, the teams that never got a chance and the great players that never got a chance to play on this floor. It's really really impressive.
And players that did get, you know, and now Grayson County has gotten that opportunity to coach, to play, to shoot. And they can never take that away from you.
Going back to my senior year, a guy by the name of J.R. Van Hoos, who I think was Mr. Basketball my senior year.
Paintsville, right?
Yes, he was from Paintsville, and
went to Marshall, I believe.
He retweeted something last night talking about all the orange in here and how impressed he was by seeing that. And you think about names that these young kids probably don't know that were kind of at the upper crust of the high school basketball when I was in school, and that's just kind of cool to see as well.
Because these guys realize just how special this stuff is.
Yeah, they do, and you know, you think about. I remember Mark saying in the 01 team that he was watching them and said they came out and, you know, they're kind of looking up in the rafters, and you know, you look across the way and you see a bunch of jerseys hanging up there, and you think, wow, this is a cathedral, if you will, to high school basketball. And you think about all of the great players that have played in this place, and like you said, Sam, there's something that you can't take away from these kids, that they got to step on this floor to wear a Grayson County uniform.
It is a little weird, though. I will look over to the right, Stephen, and there is a Cardinal mascot roaming around Rupp Arena. That doesn't feel right.
Well, I got shamed pretty hard the other day when I was talking about the Taylor County Cardinals and how we didn't want the Cardinals to win in here, so I'm not going to say that again, so best of luck to GRC.
You got shamed?
Yeah, I got a text from a Cardinal fan saying don't be talking about those Cardinals like that. So, yeah, she's probably still listening right now. So, yeah, absolutely.
She can't see what we're doing right now.
They can fuss at us all they want to, because it was definitely the Cougs night on Wednesday.
We'll take a break here and come back with a little bit more after this, as I don't know if we might get Coach. They may have been kicked out of the locker room, so I don't know if we'll get him or not, as we'll take a break and try and situate it all. This is Cougar Basketball presented by Litchfield Tourism on K105.
Smith Overhead Door is redefining entryways in Litchfield, where every click of the remote promises reliability. It's not just about opening doors, it's about lasting assurance. We offer a service that inspects each part, making sure your door system thrives. With our service agreement with inspections up to 4 times a year, we spot the signs of wear before they whisper a problem, saving you more than just peace of mind. Opt for a 2-year plan and the savings rise. Make sure you get out the door with Smith Overhead Door at sohd.info. We're not just opening doors, we're opening possibilities.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. Board certified in internal and geriatric medicine, he's dedicated to managing chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
Remember when your friend used to say, "Let's just wing it." Then you tried planning a trip alone, and when you got lost, your friend said,
"Told you we should have called an expert."
So you decided to try again, but with a pro. Now your friend is off on an unplanned adventure. Don't wing your dream vacation. Contact the certified experts at Your Global Getaway.
Visit yourglobalgetaway.com.
Quality paves the way. That's the motto of Scotty's Contracting in Stone. All of the crushed stone products from Scotty's Quarry in Litchfield are mined underground. Scotty's Contracting and Paving provides cleaner products made from pure limestone. If you agree that quality makes the difference, contact the team at Scotty's Contracting in Stone for crushed stone products for your project at 259-5696. That's 259-5696. Our quarry is located on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
I don't think that we're going to get Coach Jay, as I think he is obviously handling a tougher situation for his team, and it's been a long couple of days here as well. I'm sure we'll have some content from him over these next couple of days. We'll get the chance to talk to him and hear more about this season as a whole, but time to give out our hometown hangout MVP from today's game. And Stephen, we talked about this because it's one of these where I wish I could give it to every single player on the team, because really our hometown hangout MVP is the 2026 Grayson County Cougars, and I don't know that I have the right to do that, so I won't do it.
Yeah.
Now, if hometown hangout wants to overrule and say yes, they all are the MVP, then we are more than fine with doing that, because that's really what the MVP is today. But if we have to pick one, I think the guy who I think probably could have been it yesterday as well, but we gave it to Chase Balnock, and I think Chase Balnock could have been it again today. So instead we'll give it to the guy that was also in the running yesterday who could also be in the running today, and I think that's Jack Lawson.
Yeah, Jack could have gotten MVP probably all but 2 or 3 games this year, and again, just a phenomenal player as he was able to eclipse his coach to be the all-time leading scorer.
And he passed Brittany Bird this week as well to become the school's all-time leading scorer.
Okay, there you go. So, you're looking at 3,000 points is in his crosshairs, and probably several hundred above that, but just a phenomenal player, and really got to enjoy getting to know Jack and all these kids, and appreciate them kind of making us a part of the team as well.
100%. And, to the 2025-26 Grayson County Cougars, thank you.
Absolutely. Just, I've gotten to know the boys and gotten to know their parents, and have developed some relationships with them that are going to extend far greater than today.
And I think it's just, as I know we're wanting to wrap up here, but I think it's important for us just to give each of these seniors a quick moment here. I mean, Brody Armstrong, just what a great career.
He is, and, Brody, just the kid that comes out there like some of the other ones, that just plays plays his tail off every time he steps on the floor. And I said it last year. I don't think I've said it this year, but if you went down the list and you looked at people and you said, okay, we're going to have 4 kids that average 10 points a game, pick them out. Brody's not one of those that you would have picked out, but he just gets it done on the floor.
He's the guy you want on your team. You
Yes.
want on your team. Jagger Martis, he's one of those kids that I wish we would have had for more than just 1 year.
Yeah, I talked about Jagger after the region game, and he said, yeah, man, I'd love to go back and wear this orange and blue for 4 years instead of just 1. But he really came in, and what was so crazy about him is how well he bonded with the team. I know he had already played with Jack some, but just the chemistry from the very beginning with Jagger, because number 1, he's a ball player, and number 2, he's a great teammate, and just really appreciate you getting to watch him this year.
Next up, Chase Balnock. I mean, just a menace.
Absolutely. We'll quote Cameron Mills for him calling him a menace. And nobody on the floor, and I would hasten to say nobody in the state produced as much at their size as Chase Balnock did. Played his heart out every single possession, and he's got a big fat lip and maybe a black eye to prove how hard that he does play.
And then the last guy, Shotgun
man.
Lambert.
Listen, I've been accused of creating a couple nicknames. I know there was a boy in college that I nicknamed Speck, and that nickname stuck because he was talking. I saw people talking about him after I'd already left down at Bethel, and they were still calling him Speck. But I'm probably more proud of the shotgun because, listen, when he came in, he wasn't loading the shells. It was already loaded, and it was cocked, and he was ready to get it off, and he provided arguably some of the greatest moments this year as he would come in and just a fan favorite, and really love him and appreciate his family for reaching out to us with all their kind words. And more than being a good basketball player, these are all good kids, and I really appreciate that.
Absolutely, and what an unbelievable season. I mean, 27 wins, program record, making the Final Four for the first time in program history. They have a ton to be proud of. And next year we'll be here before we know it. I'm sure summer basketball, maybe not ready today, but I'm sure Travis Johnston would be ready to roll that ball out, and let's play it again here in about 48 hours to get some summer basketball rolling here. Stephen, thanks to you as well for joining us on this ride. It's been a ton of fun.
It has been so much fun, and I know my people from my hometown give me a little bit of grief for wearing this orange, but I guess I'm full-fledged now, a Grayson Countyan, but it's been a whole lot of fun. And Sam, for you, on behalf of the constituents of Grayson County, we appreciate all your hard work as well.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's been a long week, but it's been a fun week. I look down here, we got our 3rd Region Ref representative, Mr. Jason Wilkins, down there. So good to see him out there. Been nice to have him on our whistle. Maybe we got 1 or 2 today.
Yeah, and a big thanks to Mark and Heritage Media of Kentucky for making all of this possible. And I know that credit card bill might be a little bit bigger next month than it's been for a few months, but I think he's probably okay with that.
It's been a fun ride, though. And to you listening at home, too, thank you. You made this because even if you maybe you can't make it out to Rupp. Maybe you can't make it out to games for whatever reason. Maybe you're like our friend Roger Lush, who lives in North Carolina, and he came up to one of the games on Wednesday. These kids feel it.
Absolutely.
Even if they don't see you at games, they feel your support, and you deserve a lot of the credit for that. But that'll wrap us up here for today. I'm sure we'll have more on social media over these next couple of days. But, Stephen, I'm ready to go home and get some sleep.
Absolutely.
That'll wrap us up here today. Grayson County falls in the state Final Four by the final score of 67-37 to Saint Xavier. So for the final time this season for Stephen Smith from Rupp Arena, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.
The Fifth Quarter Show on K105 has been brought to you in part by Future Designs Building Materials, due to Hudson State Farm, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, Midway Pharmacy, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone. Hometown Hangout, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, State Farm Agent Carter Harrell, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools. Cougar Basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105, is a presentation of Heritage Media of Kentucky, Incorporated. Any rebroadcast or reuse of the images or depictions of this programming without the expressed written permission of Heritage Media of Kentucky is prohibited.
Catch the best talk show in the Commonwealth of Kentucky weekday mornings at 9. It's In the Know here on WKHG Litchfield.